Oh, I never can get that right the first time. There you go. Put this thing on there. Of course, I dropped the dang on. Whatever. Alright, so I gotta put this. Let that charge up. Alright, so turn this down. Oops. Alright. Oh, they got a different one. That's what it is. That's what it is. Alright, I gotta change this. It's interesting. Alright. Alright. Send these invites out. Get this party started. I see you, Molly. What's up? Alright. Get some people up in here. I think I seen him in the library. I just sent one anyways. I sent one anyways. I just dude don't ever come in there. Who else? Alright, send to another group now. I just think I'll do 10 at a time. It's 15 at first. They done changed it up. So I'm new all the time, you know. Sweet. I ain't gonna do that. Yeah, I feel like I sent one. Shoot. I guess I get to try to get to 2,000 real quick. They always send that little challenge stuff, whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called. As long as you just start, they send that little I forgot what it's called. Hey, challenge. It ain't a challenge. It's a battles. Oh, that's what it's called. Battles. That's what they call it. They send as soon as you start the thing up. I wonder what's sweet about that, dude. It like it must. I be seeing people on that jump heavy. One of it, I almost missed it. Good looks, face. What's the deal? What's good, Moni? I see you in here. Yeah, my junk trying to get this junk started up. What the heck? Why it look different on this phone? Now they showing hearts on this lights. Boy, they got a symbol now on the side. They always updating some stuff, man. It's weird. They update without updating. I try to stay on for like to 10 o'clock today, maybe. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I'm helping with the life too, real quick. I'm trying to get this thing up so I can hit that For You page real quick. Oh, they finally did it. I thought they was gonna make me do it like I was looking like a co-host again. I do that all the time.
Andre,
What's the deal? What'd you say? I couldn't even hardly hear them raise this up real quick.
I said me, Andre. It's my message.
What's up? The paper crane good looks.
Better known as the pot stirrer.
That's what that is. Unintentionally though.
Is anything really unintentional? Because most unintentional really has a background of intentional.
Well, I think that. Well, I guess it depends on what the intentions is. Well, I guess it is intentional. I
Mm-hmm.
was thinking, let me see, intentional. So it depends on the intentions about it being intentional. So is it intentional for being a pot stirrer?
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, okay, you got me. You got me thinking on that one.
See?
I don't want to think too early.
Post again. Stop bringing up my post. Don't do it. Listen, I'm going to shower, but I try to make it in here to just answer your questions and go about my business. Because lately, I don't know what's been happening. Kevin got popular on me. All of a sudden, boxes be full. I'm like, what the hell? But it's
I'm
okay.
trying, man. I'm trying to be like you when I grow up. You see what I'm saying?
So, hell, you hold more people in your room than I do.
Sometimes it just depends. If it's one of the pot stirring ones, would that be?
Oh yeah,
And
you
that
be
be don't
letting
even be
people.
trying to talk about it.
That's because you be letting people go back and forth. I don't do that shit in my panel. I drop you. No, stay on mute. If it ain't your turn, you ain't talking. I don't want to hear all that noise.
Said I don't want to hear all that. I feel
No,
you.
it's
Hey,
it
my
be.
John do a little cut off on this. This John be tripping. It never act right.
You can only change you. But didn't that go into our conversation from the other day? Is it a you problem or a them problem?
Oh man, we talk about that so much. Probably so. What's the deal, movement? I see you.
If you have a problem, who do you expect to fix it? You. That's a you problem. If you got a problem with something, that's a you problem. If somebody is triggering you to make you have a problem with the situation, but yet you keep putting yourself back in the situation by going around the situation, that's a you problem.
Mm-hmm.
I think
There we
people
go.
need to stop blaming everybody else for your impulsive decisions.
Facts. So we about to get somewhere. We about
Own
to get somewhere.
it. That's what it really boils down to. Just own your shit and we'll be good. How would you feel if I was to say blame yourself for every choice you make, even for the situation you don't feel fault in, and why? I will feel
Mm-hmm.
like you are right on. You are
Man, I
100%.
can't have you in here. You answering it too easy. I'm trying to get somebody that's gonna get the pot stirring. You already know what accountability is already. That's what I'm.
That part. What my thing is, I don't. This is why I don't function well with people that are not willing to take accountability of their own shit.
Mm-hmm.
People
Yeah.
only do to you what you allow, and you only allow people to do to you what you do not want to take accountability for your insecurities.
Facts.
I ain't got time
Exactly.
for it. I know I'm not perfect. I know I have issues. I know I still have insecurities in some area. That's why when I'm not ready to deal with it, I don't tolerate situations or situationships or people in relationships that's going to possibly trigger my insecurities that I'm still working on. Because the moment I have an impulsive decision to go off on your ass, what does that do to me? It resets me all over again.
Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly. Dig you deeper in the hole that you was trying to get out of. Right.
If everybody would now understand that, imagine how far so many people will be when it comes to emotional intelligence.
Guess it'd be a boring world, and I guess it's meant to be like this.
I guess, but is it safe to say when you start diving in these type of topics, I don't know if it goes for you, but it's definitely been going for me, and that's why I move my panel the way that I move it. I don't know everything.
Right.
And
Facts.
sometimes when some people come in and they tell me different type of things that I may not agree with, it's still going to make my mind start to work and
Mm-hmm.
dissect that a little bit more and say, you know what? That makes sense. How I'm thinking about this is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But we're so complacent and we're so comfortable in our conditioning, whether it's good or bad, that we would rather stay within the conditioning that hurts us more than helps us.
Facts.
Mm-mm.
It's
You
that
be
ego, man. That's the main reason. That's why ain't nobody trying to do anything.
feelings with that damn ego. Don't do that.
That's what it is. I had to figure that out myself, man. Good looks. Monique with the clappers over here got it clapping up there. Chill.
Let's go with the cheek clappers. Listen, you
Right.
know you be in this
I
shit.
forgot you be having names for stuff.
Listen, I caught you off guard when you came in that battle, and I was like, let's go with the vibrators.
Right. Like, nah. It take 1 cent for that.
I am just
I was curious. I was like, let me throw up this hot dog thing and see if she gonna say this.
I didn't think of nothing for the hot dog.
And
I
just
got
say, oh, Glizzy, that's what it was. I was like, I knew it. So I see that one a little bit.
yeah, I gotta remember I'm still married.
Right. All right, can't you say that.
You can't say that because he be lurking on my live sometimes. So I'm like, nah,
Right. Like, what the heck is that? Why are you
nothing.
sending my wife Glizzies?
You know what? The crazy part is he would just join in with you. He would join
He said, "What you?" He go like, "Bro, you throwing me up there, man? Because that's the only glizzy coming to my way."
part. Because that was the conversation you missed today where we was talking about levels of relationship and some idiot said, I don't think you should be friends in a relationship. Then what's the point of having a damn relationship?
Oh wow. What they wait? What they mean by that? Shouldn't be friends in a
If I
relationship. What they
ever
mean?
become your friend or you become my friend, I don't ever want to be in a relationship with you because it will ruin the friendship.
Oh,
Pers-
I got
Personally, friendships is what keeps the relationship together.
you. Yeah, gotta be friends first.
I don't
And I
like
can
your
see if you was.
friends all the time.
Yeah. Now I can get if you had a friend all this time and y'all just was sorry to make that decision. Uh, since like childhood or something like that, and then you don't want to mess it up like that. But I guess
I,
at some point it always gonna start off as being a friend. That's what you get the
exactly.
genuine from. Yeah.
Now I'm in agreement when it comes to certain titles. If
Yeah.
we are friends and I ever move you into the title as my brother, you never
Yeah.
coming out of that.
Uh-oh.
That
Yeah, I
that
heard.
that's a done deal. If I consider you to be my brother, you're
Yeah.
never moving out of that position. But a friend, that's what builds a relationship. Cause I can't stand my husband all the time. I love him, but I can't stand him all the time. And it's the same thing vice versa. And sometimes we gotta roast one another as friends.
Right. I had a little debate about this before when they was talking about difference between like and love, or would you rather? They was saying about liking your partner rather than love, and I'm like, So I feel like love is the base of everything anyway. It's just the way people love nowadays. That's what make it put a bad name behind love. But I'm saying like with like is like more of a happiness type thing. So that's gonna fade away quicker than love because you ain't gonna like you don't even like your part. You ain't gonna like your partner all the time. You're not gonna like your family all the time. But what make you stick around is love. So that's what I was trying to explain. But I don't know.
I can't disagree with you, but people have their own definition when it comes
That,
to love because
I get you.
they put themselves in situations in situationships where they
Hmm.
were hurt and they don't want to accept accountability of them being in that situationship.
Hmm.
Life is going to give you flags in relationships and situations and jobs and every different things, and I feel like we have the spirit of discernment to know what is what. Now if you choose to think that you can change the outcome of that situation and you get hurt, you got to accept accountability because you saw it,
Hmm.
you knew it. But that's where we don't hold each other accountable. Not on my
Word.
panel. Don't come up there as a woman and be like, he did this and he did that. Baby, listen, that man wasn't shit to his baby mama. He wasn't shit to his last wife. What makes
Right.
you think he was gonna be shit to you? Oh, you thought you had a good box? It's a million
That's
good
right.
boxes out here.
That's what be hurting them.
It's a million. You actually can go buy one from the store right now that feel
Oh
like the
my.
real thing. It's so many different boxes out here. Your
Oh my.
box ain't gonna save that man or change that man's ideology. So when he
Facts.
hits your polar feelings, don't get in your feelings because you asked for that.
Hmm. Hmm. Ain't my teeth hurt.
Here go the pot stirrer. He was on my live yesterday
He said he was.
stirring the pot.
He said there's another pasta.
It's
Right.
another pot stirrer.
I got
He's
the yeah. I
stirring
got
the
a
pot.
bunch of pot stirrers in my. in
I
my
I am I am not a pot stirrer. I'm a box stirrer. And I'm gonna let you know, ain't no such thing as good box. We like the
Uh-oh.
person.
I
Oh,
heard good. I heard actually the good boxes. I don't. Well, I don't want to be bold like that, but I heard that this dude said basically good box is no box. I was like, dang.
Well, I agree with that. The
I knew you
best
was gonna.
box is the best box is a new box.
But yeah, I don't want to shift it over to that. But yeah, right. You're right. We get somewhere. Say something for
what?
pain, Kev. Oh dang, she heard me. I didn't know she heard me. I thought I slipped that in. Yeah, I
How
forgot I had
was
went to the
you?
dentist today. My teeth hurt like a mother.
Did you get medicine?
No, I'm just gonna let it rock. I just had.
When listen, a toothache is worse than, in my opinion, labor pains. But whenever you get medicine, whether
Mm,
it's a Tylenol, do the extra strength or the PM one, don't
mm,
swallow it. Mash it up, put a
pause.
couple of drops of water, make it into a paste, and lay it on top of that tooth.
Mm,
It will knock the
yeah.
toothache out immediately.
Yeah, it's just they was cleaning it. That's all it is. And then you know how that feeling is when your gums are sore and all that stuff. That's all it is.
I do. Well, that was just my tad bit on this conversation. And I will leave by saying this: own your shit, be responsible for your shit, and stop blaming your shit on other people.
Facts. Facts.
I think there's no other way
And,
to say it.
and then hopefully this is how it ends on this too, because that's the whole point of this topic.
It ain't.
It's-
And you know it ain't. Because you going to
I
have
know, right?
impulsive ass
Well,
people.
why this and why that?
You know?
I bet you I
No.
hear that word victim blaming come up too. I already know that's
Yeah.
coming.
He did this, so because he cheated, it's my fault. Yes. Yes. I'm not saying
I
all the
already
time.
know.
Some people are really blind. But
Yeah.
personal opinion, y'all got to remember,
Yeah.
hurt people are nothing but healed people that were once hurt.
Facts. Facts.
And what are they going to do? They're going to hurt more people, and you are going to be a hurt person that will one day hurt a healed person.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Walk in your spirit, walk in your journey. I love your face.
Oh yeah. For sure, man. Appreciate
Always. Now go and stir your pot.
you. Yes, you are. She see my hands over here mixing up like.
I don't agree. I'm offended. I've been called a pot stirrer. I've been called better. I've been called worse by better. I just want you to know that.
Oh man. Yeah, man. That's what happens when you gotta dig deep and make people think and stuff. That's what that is. Gotta make people think. What was
Yeah,
that? Somebody was named.
Now,
if I
what
can't
we're
make you
not
think,
gonna
I do my
do
job.
is try to slang insults when I leave, good sir.
You know I love you. I love you and your husband. How about that?
I know. I love you too. I was like, but being a pot stirrer is a good thing. That means you don't live in this fictitious facade of a reality that is not true. You don't live in an anime world. It is real life situations, and you are willing to own your shit. That's all I
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the only way I can talk my shit because I own my shit. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I tell people all the time, Kev. I say it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I say what I say is because I lived it or am living it. Shit,
Right.
it's a it's a monetarily beneficial world out here for these hoes.
Yeah, man. All right, I guess we got some more people in here. If y'all can share, man. Get some more people in here. Get some people that's scared of this topic. I know they gonna be scared. They don't like. They already scared of that little finger that's pointing and stuff. I already understand that. You know, you pointing at me, they ain't gonna dodge that. So we get going ahead. Somebody might suck it up. But that sound right. That ain't sound right. But hey, it is what it is.
You know, Kev, you know how I feel about that blame thing because I say it all the time because I mean it. I say, you know, as long as you blame somebody for anything, blame anybody or something for why you're not where you need to be, then you take away
Hmm.
your power. Take back your
Exactly.
power. Stop blaming
Right.
shit. Accept the
Yeah.
choices you made, good, bad, or indifferent, and learn from the choices that you made, good, bad, or
Hmm.
indifferent, and move on. You know, nobody's gonna get you where you need to be except for you. You ain't put no effort into it. Watch it out.
Facts. Exactly. I realize that's a heavy thing. That's really heavy. Lately this week I noticed that. Wait, when did I just do my topics? But I noticed that, man. So when you hold somebody accountable, that's that ego that gets so for real. What's up? What's the deal? She bring a smile every time I see her. She says, I'm just excited for it. But we trying to get somewhere. We gonna see how excited people get today after they see how much accountability about the people faces today. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to make sure this junk marinate. It's basically this. The way I'm looking at this topic is really this the true definition of my room. The way this is, so basically, this the explanation of the accountability room. You know, like I said, I mentioned earlier, I think that finger's gonna scare a lot of people. Tex, what the heck is that? An alien up here, man? I thought it had scared you away. Welcome back, my Detroit sister. People be contradicting themselves and don't even know. Most definitely, right? They can I always catch that too. Especially when it comes to accountability. They be like, hey, I'm accountable and all this stuff, but then again, that ain't my fault. Like what the heck? You just messed up that fast. You can't you can't at least give it a little break before you That's how I be knowing people don't know what that means for real. They don't know what accountability is. Or someone probably do know what it is. They just scared.
These men be getting me pregnant and running off. It ain't my fault.
Oh, you try to shake the room from a whole different angle. Oh my. But some of that is gonna happen too, but so you try to say me that was my fault? Cause I thought I could change this person. But at the end of the day, like I mentioned yesterday, it's everybody fault. All of us is at fault of the way this lifestyle is. It's our ancestors' fault. It's our parents' fault. It's our fault. It's gonna be the next person's fault because it's the way our teachings is and the way we just started this face of the earth. So all of us at fault of why this world the way it is. Ain't nobody not to blame because we all contributing to the life. People that hit the grave, they fought too. All of them, man. We all impact each other in some type of way. That's what people don't realize.
I got some pushback for that, Kev. You know, I've been saying for years, as long as you can't accept that we black folks are dysfunctional, then you will always be behind. But then also you have to accept the fact of why we're dysfunctional.
Right.
We're dysfunctional by a plan. You know, this was definitely something devised by people to keep us behind. But when you understand that, then you should do what you need to do to prosper and teach everybody around you how to prosper.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I just feel like we so my lights my lights moving every time I talk. I didn't know my lights was just got these lights today. Every time I talk they move. Blah. Oh look, I'm having fun, my bad, y'all. But yeah, what was I about to say? I got through off. But oh yeah, I about to say with our history and stuff, we kinda I be hearing about it, but it's like we so limited on the history. All we know is the little section we know now of how that got, but we just don't know how it even was before America. So we only talk about America, and then we only got like as far as the history books what they told us. But then the history books don't go from the beginning of time unless we go to the Bible. But people don't believe in that, and that's part of history. I mean, they didn't say, but I guess people pick and choose what they want to believe. But I feel like life goes so far back. I feel like it was a time when we was messing each other over. That's the reason why I feel like we the problem. Because I feel like we slayed each other at one point. We slayed each other. We mixed each other's mind. Then it got to power. Whoever had the most power, then that probably separated to something else. So it's like, that's why I just kind of done trying to think. That's the only reason why I say that we all at Fort or why we at where we at, man. Because it's like we so limited. We so limited on everything for real. I'm gonna have fun with these lights every time I talk. I don't think y'all can see it though. Every time I talk, my lights be moving. That limited thinking. Hey, that might answer number 3 actually. So we is limited on that. We limited on that history for real. That's what I'm be trying to believe. I don't know. I try to make sense out of what is in front of me most of the time because it's like I can't trust everything, man. Just because something says history, that don't mean is right. And that is with anything. Or just because it come out of a person's mouth, that don't mean it's right. Doesn't mean things can't get corrupted. It's like I can only go based off of once I tap you to 5K. Okay, for sure, for sure, for sure. Uh, dang, what was I saying? Dang, what the frick I had the brain for? I told you I'd be doing that stuff too, man. I be thinking about so much. Uh, yeah, I just be trying to focus on what can better my life now instead of be focusing and living history so bad. No, you good. we I be trying to do everything at one time. So I gotta learn them skills. I be seeing T do that sometimes. She know how to look at the chat and look at. I be like, no, how you do that? No, she a professional at this live stuff. I'm like, no, how you talking in the panel and then still got enough time to talk to the people in the chat as fast as your chat going? I'm like, that's some serious. And I be seeing her eyeballs move too. Down like, I'm seeing everything. Man, I don't get how she right exactly. That's what I told her. I need her to teach me, man. She is good. She is good. She be cussing people out in the panel and in the comments at the same time, like, duh. Like, how, Sway? She is made for this app. I ain't gonna lie, she made for this. I be having beefs in the chat and in the panel at the same time. That's crazy. And she don't be missing nothing. I be shocked that she be seeing my comments, like she be seeing my stuff. Be 100 people going in. Oh, I see you laughing on. I'm like, what the heck? What the freak? I just went up like 2 pages up. How the heck did you see that? I don't know. That just be scaring me. But I'm gonna see if she take me to class on that one. I guess that's what I'm limited to in life. That's my bonus right there. And I say, why? Because my brain only can do so much until I be able to get there, though. But I feel like I can work it. It's a muscle, so I figure it out. I feel like I don't feel like nothing's impossible. We limit ourselves. That's I'm always gonna stick to that. Whatever we want to get better in is what we can do, what we work towards. Yeah, I don't like how my job be doing this area out of the blue. My job be changing. What the heck? Why? I thought my stuff was just cut off. Now it's not cut off. I had somebody in the box, then they cut it off. Nah, that's crazy. This is weird. I had somebody in the box that cut. Can y'all see the topic? I can't tell. My job went back down to 3 people. What the heck? I know Moni said she couldn't see the topic. I might have to do the other screen where we put the what you call the boxes up. Okay, you said you see it. Okay, for sure. For sure, for sure. You know what? I don't like people sometimes, man. I bet money soon as as soon as I'm about to hit the sheets, everybody want to come in. So I be all the time. Then I gotta sit here and stay up. That's why I ain't staying up past 10 today. What the freak? What I just do? My lights went up. Hello? Oh, it might be in a timer on this. Might have been a timer on it. Yeah, it was a timer on it. Must have been on for like 1 hour. Hmm. Interesting. Mona, can you see it yet or no? Or it still look the same on your? That's why you got an iPhone. That's what it is. I'm blaming on that. I got to find a way to hate on iPhones. That's probably what it is.
Okay, you kept missing my comments, so I'm coming up because I ain't got time.
You said
I'm
it.
like, why is my comments not coming? And but yeah, I was
You said
saying
it.
TikTok is weird to say.
Oh, that's what he said. TikTok. Why? Oh, first of all, what the heck is that?
TikTok white.
I'm like Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Well, what does Tokyo got to do with it?
Tokyo. But yeah, now I was saying too, like, I be like, how she be catching all the slick comments? And she always slick comment there. I'm like, how, well, she ain't gonna let nobody say nothing. I
Nothing. I be
know.
trying
You
to.
know, like, I'm like, boy, that is like some supersonic speed, like, like ability and whatever else. But we need to both ask her.
Right. It's like, please,
Like,
can you take us to class, please?
tell us how you don't miss not one comment. Some comments I even be like, okay, I'm let that like, no. What you say? Hold on. First of all, Green Lakes. Uh,
What's the deal, Patty?
what you say the name first? That's how you know you in trouble. Minister Tim. So what you say? Like, oh, okay.
Right. See, before they even type it, they gonna
What they even
call
get
it
it
right.
out?
I seen what you was thinking.
What you mean by that? That's so funny.
When you end up getting off, I was looking for your live after I got out the dentist.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Your joint was banging though. I said, hey, it's banging. I'm like, okay. I wish I could send this screenshot.
But
Yeah.
I'm telling
What's
you, you're
that?
right though. Every time, that's why you kind of don't need to say when you're about to get off somewhere, because the moment you say that, that's when like everybody and mama want to come in and join the panel and stuff,
Right.
and it's just like, how is that happening? But yeah, but it's just how it happens, you know. So you gotta stay. Like when it happens, you gotta stay, take it
No,
in, and then
nah,
you can go.
nah. I
So,
stay tomorrow, but nah,
nah, you gotta be
not
held
done.
accountable of who comes in your room. So you need to
I'm
be.
mad y'all got that extra hour out of me, but I wasn't that tired yesterday because I slept.
See, there you go. It was necessary. You know that song? It was necessary.
It's what?
It was necessary. You better stay. I definitely appreciate the people that came up and we were having a discussion. It was very enlightening, and I appreciate everybody that was speaking.
Oh yeah, for sure, for
So
sure.
yeah,
Everybody was on
you're
point.
right. Mm-hmm.
Had a couple little
Little
couple
clips.
things, but that was better than usual.
Right, exactly.
Said I'm gonna stay on topic because bro, man, text me
Oh,
about your.
uh
Oh,
oh.
let me know. Call me T. Let me know the T sign. I'll talk about, but Oh, I really don't matter to me, man. I don't be caring about that. I already know.
You hot in the streets?
People.
You hot in the streets, Flav?
You said what?
You hot in the streets?
I would never know. Cause I guess as long as I'm on, cause I don't be knowing people be watching my live, not like that, but I just be like, I be shocked when people come up, man, I see your live, and I don't never seen their name before. They like, I see your live, man, you be this. I'm like, oh, man, I be feeling like, oh, appreciate it, man. I'm getting somewhere, but some people hate me too on here too, so I can understand that. That's the risk we take when we on here, so it is what it
Oh,
is.
that's crazy. I mean, I understand that too, but like, why we gotta beef for cash? What's wrong with y'all? My friend
It's
like
my
that.
tone.
See my friend like that. That's messed up.
Tone. It's my tone and my delivery.
Nah, it's the slick face you made. It's the way you get
Maybe that
serious.
too. I don't know.
Get
That's
serious.
unintentional.
Like, nah, I felt that way you smirked at me. Mm-mm.
The way he smirk, I know he a bad guy.
That's the way
He
the light reflected off your glasses. I knew you was trying to be funny. I know you
right,
was.
exactly.
Like, dang, I didn't know I did that. Sorry.
Yeah, it's straight up people that don't no beef with you.
Let's talk about it.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Oh, she said, not with you.
oh, I'm confused now. I thought I was reading it. Hold up.
I was so excited. Monique got in the box. I love her.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Don't
yeah, she be.
what I said is so disrespectful.
I think when I first met her in, well, I probably noticed her in strength room. Yeah. And she
I know.
first thing she got on me about that Great Patch real. I'm like, I'm in the middle of cussing out the trap and stuff because I ain't like her fakeness. Yeah, I put her name out. I don't care if she fake, but yeah, I was in the middle of talking about her and stuff. I mean, they got my face. She got my face on there talking about her own what you call it, so it's already out. Yeah, because I did. I ain't gonna lie. Out of most of the friends, I did feel bold how it was how she did me though, because I did feel like she was a supporter for real, and she then changed over to the sisterhood. So
Said this shit.
yeah, she did. She done let them get her. I'm like, wow. You know when she messed with that girl AP and all them, it's a wrap. Yeah, I missed her name too. Come on in here, y'all. Saying she already. Yeah, AP done
I
said some
told you I
stuff
get
about me too.
stuff.
This my man's that got my area code that ain't my area code. I remember you, man. How you gonna have to fake Detroit up there, man?
Uh-uh.
Yes. Oh shoot, that not scare me.
What happened?
I guess I ain't take this up there, right? We gonna redo this though. I guess I'll put this up another time. I bought me a new Superman photo. I gotta get this thing taped up there right now. Gotta show my favorite and Hulk. I knew that wasn't where I need to put a hammer on that boy.
On it.
Hey,
Good.
what's up, host man? Thank you for letting me in here, man.
Oh yeah. What's up, brother? What's the deal, man? You alright?
Pete.
Yeah, chilling. Hey there, how you doing? In the panel.
They call her the alter ego. I think she answered the
Yeah,
phone or something. I don't know. But
You see
yeah. I
that
was looking at
problem.
the little topic though, man. It was saying, do you feel like you're living or limited? I can't really see that right.
do you feel like you're limited in life and why? Uh and what are you doing to change that if you do feel that way?
Oh, limited. I thought that was I couldn't really tell between difference or it was living. 'Cause I
Oh,
was about like I
he
used
said
to
I'm
feel like I
living in
was.
it.
I used to feel like I was living life until I realized I was just existing, man. But
Oh,
do I feel like I'm limited? I used to feel like that too, man. I could say that's like the same. I used to
Kind of the
did to
same.
feel
Yep.
like it.
Yep.
Yeah, I did until I realized how much I could do.
Facts. Mm-hmm. Yep. I tell people that, man. We really only limit ourselves, man. When we keep telling ourselves we can and other people do it and I can't. Nah, we can do it exactly what everybody else doing. Maybe sometimes we gotta be work a little harder. Sometimes, but we focus on it, we can get it done.
Yeah. They say, who should you rely on?
Hmm.
Man, I ain't gonna cap. When I was younger, all the way up till I was a teenager, man, literally, I'm gonna even say young adult age, bro, like 22.
Hmm.
My mama, you feel me? Until I
Hmm.
realized I can't just always depend on
Yep.
her. but I ain't gonna cap. I was so spoiled, man. I ain't see nothing else. I just saw what I saw,
That's what it
until it
is.
hit
I
me.
feel you when you said there had to be some spoiled in behind it. Yeah.
Yeah, today when it hit me, that when I realized, oh, it like real. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I only depend on myself. I gotta rely on myself. I can't count on nobody else, not even my brother, not my sister, not none of them. I know
Facts.
they might help me out, but at the end of the day, man, I gotta always make sure I got myself straight, man.
And you ever realize that when you do rely on somebody, you get mad at them because they don't do stuff when you want them to and stuff. And I feel like that's a problem that we had, and a lot of us have did that until we had to realize it. And then you don't like it when somebody do that to you. Like, no, after all this stuff I do to you, do for you. That sounded weird. After all the stuff I do for you, now you want to act like a little bitch.
Real talk though, don't cap.
That's what it be,
Hey,
man. But yeah, this whole topic is basically revolving around this my room. I thought about how important accountability is, and I was just really that's why I want to get enough people in here just to see because I know a lot of people feel like they're limited in life, and I just want to really understand why they feel that way and basically try to motivate them because that's my whole purpose. And that's why I did a lot of content is to try, kind of like motivate people for real. I know a lot of people don't like it and whatever, but sure, all of us need it. We all need it in our life. That's actually part of this so-called emotional control, emotional intelligence. That's everybody's favorite word nowadays. And they forget that part, motivation, empathy, but all they know is the empathy part.
right, right. That just like they be talking about, man, you so right. Cause that's just like they talk about, tough love, right? And that's all
Yep.
they say, man. I remember that when I was young. I saw that one clip. And my man was like, but where's the love at? And I felt that, man. Little tears came out my eyes. Because where is the love? You know what I'm saying? I ain't feel none
Facts.
of that. That just hit me when I heard that, man.
Hmm. I feel you on that, though. Yeah, so yeah, right. It'd be sad, though, because you can't. Sometimes the love
But
can
I
only
ain't
be
gonna
within self most of the time. You gotta be within self.
cap. I ain't gonna cap, man. My little TikTok thing crazy, man. I wanted to try to get on here myself, man, and start my little live, but it keep telling me put my birthday in, and every time I put my birthday in, it keep telling me my birthday, and that junk is just so irritating. So I'm
You
like, man,
not
I don't even
right.
care no more, man. But it was one thing that I really wanted to get on here and make my live about though, man, and it was really about women. You know what I'm saying? I ain't putting no color on it, cause boy, when they hear color, it's like a red ball. I'm talking about fire just get the alarms. You know what I'm saying? Like a choo choo train. You hear me? Like
Mm,
what? Why you here to say black? Or why you here to say white? It's like, how about
mm,
just women, period? You know what I'm saying? Because it's a group of women out here, and it's like, why is it that, or is it? I was gonna say something like, is it true that women only care about money and dressing and acting unpleasant? The only thing that make them feel pleasant, or why is it? It was something like that, man. I have to get the paper to see what I had wrote down.
mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But
you
I
asking for
want
your
because I
room to
want
jump to
to.
300 off rip, huh? If you
Hey,
want some
cause
numbers, that's how you do it. Hey,
hey, literally,
what I
man.
noticed in order to get numbers on here, you got to either cater to women or talk about them. That's what, and that's
Man,
saying it's like that though. I'm like, no, what the freak?
man, one of the
That's where
two,
the
man.
numbers
No
come
cap.
in, and they show you what kind of run the world in a way. Well, I can't say around the world, but I'm just saying it show you what get prioritized in America or just on this app.
Yeah, man, cause that was my thing. Yeah, it was just like that. Is it true that money and dressing and acting unpleasant the only thing that make women feel pleasant? Yeah, that was exactly what it was. And then when I wrote that one down, though, man, I had Aaron writing down another one, though, bro. It was about like, is it true that the black man, like, is fear or afraid or scared to face his real enemy? So is that the reason why his fire and anger is only directed at each other?
Mm.
And then another one was 'cause that was the first one I wrote down was about the women, but then I ended up coming out the three of them. The other one was is it problematic for white teachers to teach black kids? And those was the three I came up with, man.
Oh wow,
Yeah, but I can't get on my live to put them up, man.
you
So I
trying to
want like
shake that
somebody else
room off
use
the
them for real,
beginning?
for real. I can't go cap. I can't use them, so I wouldn't mind if somebody else like wanted to use them. 'Cause I can't
That's
use them because I can't get on my thing. Or
mm,
if it was something, what I'm saying, somebody wanted to, play around with, whatever, whatever. But
uh,
I wanted to
that's a
see what
scary
people
one.
really want to say. I really want to see what people got to say about like white teachers teaching. 'Cause I know white teachers probably will come in and everything. Like a bunch of white people gonna come in and talk about
Why
it.
are you trying to?
Like I don't
I don't
find
want to
nothing wrong
teach
with
you
teaching black kids.
Negroes anyways. I've been waiting for a ungrateful. They gonna spill it all out.
Man, they say what's this other thing though? They say if you have a problem, who do you expect to fix it? Man, when I
Hey,
was
bring
young,
something back, Jen. You gonna come in here and talk about some Dunkin' Donuts? You better be giving something back, man. Yep. Which one did you
like when I
read?
was young, man, I ain't know who to fix my problem, man. If
Oh.
my mama there, I'm just glad the people that was there first, like my family members, that they was there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
'Cause when I got into trouble, I ain't know who to look for. With somebody like, hey, I like what? Nigga, I can't let you catch me, dog. I don't know what you talking about, G. I don't know. I'm gone, man. And what's this other one? How would you feel if I was to say, uh, if I was to say, blame yourself for every person, situations you did? Yeah, no cap. Yeah,
That's a hard
I
one right there.
ain't.
I know people don't like to hear that. What you mean by that? I'm gonna get a few of those today. I already know. What you mean by that?
Man, they could be like, why you gonna tell me it's my fault if I was didn't have no way home and I decided to go out there walking. It just happened to be 11 o'clock and man, you should know it's dangerous, man. If you somebody
Facts.
already told you to stay where you was at, man, why would you leave, man? It's just like
Facts.
people be doing things and make excuses and try to justify. Nah, I feel like
Yep.
I know I'm gonna be good because I always got in trouble, bro. But I always told the truth. I'm talking about the horrible truth. I'm talking about to my mom, to everybody, bro. I ain't never lied about nothing else back then, bro. I ain't gonna care. My
Mm-hmm.
life probably lied at the moment. 'Cause I knew how mad a person would get it right then and there. But like
Yeah.
little days later, I was like, man, I ain't gonna care, man. I took it, man. It was me. But at that moment, I couldn't say that because you was just too revved up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that's how I was. Like I always told the truth, man. But I did put myself in some crazy situations, man. Just wasn't really even thinking for real, man. I wasn't. My mind was not fully conscious, man. I used to run around talking like I was grown, bro. Now I wasn't grown at all, man. I ain't learned nothing until I learned something. Okay.
And that's how it be too, but that's just reality. And even when we grown, we still learning. We
Yeah,
knew
man,
it
just
all when we was
crazy.
young.
Maybe when he did it, man. There's a lot of things we wouldn't even did, man. Cause like, just wouldn't have did it. Mine just wasn't focusedly mentally strong, you know what I'm saying? Like focus, like, no, I ain't gonna do it, did it. I did it like out of fun, out of man, just doing it, man, just for no reason. For real, man. Group being around the group I was with, the environment I lived in, just all type of bull crap, man. Just a bunch of bull crap, bro.
Mm-hmm. All we can do is be thankful that we made it today, because a lot of people, they ain't get to be able to tell that story.
Cat, hey, no cap. Hey, man, you know what I heard? I heard though, bro. I heard we ain't got no government right now. I don't know if that's true. Is that true? I just heard. I got a whiff of that today.
That sound weird.
Yeah, I said the same thing. I say we ain't got no government, bro. There ain't no police about to stop me from doing nothing.
Thank you.
Hey, but I don't know if that's true or not yet, though. But they was like, no, though, bro, don't go like that, man. They say even though it ain't no government, say it's still a group of people who govern it until they get someone. And I was like, oh.
Right. They probably testing you to see what you're gonna do. Like, let's see if we gonna get a fool today.
Hey, you hear me? Cause boy, I'm tell you, yeah, I'm just gonna be on tip. Like, I'm back. I'm back a villain, man. Ain't no government, man.
I
Hey,
feel like
it's
that's a
like,
scary
hey,
thing if they ever was like a make a purge or something. And I just be
man,
thinking about it overall. That I mean, it's like it's good for some people, I guess, but it's scary overall though, because it's like you ain't gonna know who to trust, and then it's gonna be just wildlife. Like you not gonna get punished or anything for committing crimes. You know what I'm saying? If it's a purge, you get to do what you want when you want. You can, if you want to unalive somebody, you just take them because you don't like them. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing gonna come behind it. I'm like, that's like scary if they actually had a purge.
man. Alter ego, what's going on though? Why you ain't been talking?
Practicing for the spelling bee, and I'm over here telling words. I listen, my bad. Sorry, y'all. I'm here.
She in here meditating,
No,
marinating.
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? What's
Hey, at
up,
least we
Hey,
get her
hold
Ray?
up.
presents though. That's all that matter. Get her
Yeah.
presents.
Now I'm finna talk all in y'all ear. So anyway,
He said you done
how
messed
do
up
you
now.
feel? How do you feel? You gonna hear my son too. How would you feel if I was to say?
She is funny.
Y'all
Nah,
finna hear
you
all
gonna
of
hear my
them.
son too.
I was trying to respect the live. When I was
I swear she be reminding me of me though. I'll be having that silly stuff.
You're so petty. Okay. How would you feel if I was to say blame yourself for every choice you make, even for the situations you don't feel fault in? Ooh.
Ooh, I know, right?
How would I feel to blame myself for every choice that I make? I mean, low key is my choice. So, yeah. Even for the situation, why you so round? Even for the situation you don't feel really. Why is he yelling at his phone? Okay, even for the situation you don't feel fault in and why. I'm trying to see what his brain on with this one. But honestly, like, I mean, it would feel kind of harsh if somebody just said, blame yourself for all your situation. Blame yourself for every situation you make, even for the situation you don't feel fault in. That's the thing I think that catches people though, is because it's the part that you don't feel fault in. I know he's trying to be loud on purpose.
Said we doing this together.
Right. I was with it with him. Hold on, let me go in the other room. Shout out to
Is there one
to
song?
escape.
On and on and on and on and
Oh
on.
shoot. Okay. All right. Praise the Lord. Okay, so even for the
What
situation
the
you
heck
don't
did you go in
feel,
a closet or something? That's a
I went
two
alone.
part, no?
I know, right, right. No, look, now we're together alone. Stuck with me now. But he said, "What you call a closet?" Feel personal now. But even for the situation you don't feel fault in. The thing is, I mean, just because you don't feel at fault don't mean, it's not a choice that you make, right? So, but I can understand the whole problem with feeling like you're blaming me for something that I don't feel was on me. So that's kind of interesting though, because it's like I get the whole blaming me for my choices, but if I don't feel like it's my fault in the situation based off the choice I've made, I guess it's that. So like, see, I'm dissecting this is ridiculous. I'm sorry, but this is what my brain is doing. But it's just like if I feel like it's something that's like my choice that I made, but this is I guess where it comes from me. Like when people be like, well, when they have to give the why, I think the why matters a lot of times in situations. So
Right.
when people like, no, it doesn't matter. You still did it. I mean, yeah, but for me, I'm too curious. I need to know the why. I know you did it. Now I want to know why you did it. So that's just my brain. But then I also, for myself, I ask myself why I do certain things or why did I do certain things? What was it to me to help me navigate my next choices and my next thoughts? So that's kind of how I look at that.
Okay.
Why should you rely? Oh, who should you rely on? Jesus. And why? Because
Nice.
he's good all the time.
Nice.
He knows what I need and what I don't. Let's see, because I can really hardly rely on myself sometimes. I'm like, why did you go here? Why did you do this? Like, yeah, so I can't rely on myself, not all the time. Do you feel like you're limited in life and why? I feel like I limit my thoughts, and I can blame a lot of things for that, but it wouldn't measure up to anything because at the end of the day, it's my choice to make the choices different now to have different outcomes. So my limitation is in my own mind. So yeah,
Ebony, I see.
it's in my mind. Hi, Ebony and Ivory.
Ebony and Ivory.
Oh, you guys, our song is coming out Christmas time. Just want you guys to know, me and Lav is coming out with a song. And he's gonna be the bass. I'm gonna be the soprano. So look out for that.
I'll be the bass. Oh,
The song is gonna be called
that's the
Account
weakest bass
Table.
ever.
It's gonna be called Account Table, y'all. It's
Accountable.
yeah, Account Table and Itty. So,
Facts. You better buy it too.
and you better buy it. Better. Skeetily. I'm gonna need you to not go mute now that I'm talking. Don't skeetily.
It's skittily leaked.
Come on
I'm a
back.
cop one soon coming out for Christmas, right? I get the little mix. I get one. I be supportive.
Okay, period, skeetily.
Oh,
Thank you.
he getting a mix
Thank you,
remix.
skeetily.
The name.
Hi, Ebony and Ivory.
It was him before I got here. Hey, you guys.
What's it do? What's it do?
Laugh. Okay, so you don't know this yet, but I claimed it as of last night. You're my fake boyfriend on this app, okay? So you're known as fake boyfriend.
I'm
And then I
weak.
have
She
alternative.
I'm weak.
just gonna take the. There's no consent. It's like no, it's like the other people be like, it turned into a whole other thing. She said,
Are you denying it? Are you gonna deny me?
"I ain't saying anything. I
I'm
don't want
weak.
to be
I'm weak.
hemmed up. I don't want to be hemmed up. I'm good."
Are you
Okay, I just want to make
rejecting
Hey,
sure.
me?
the way she said, "I'm scared." Nah, are you
Are
just?
you rejecting me? Hold on. I'm weak.
Oh, snap, man. Hey, lad, you in a tight little pickle now, man. What's
Right,
up?
I'm down with Lily. I can't.
We about to make this album. Now we got a bigger album now. I guess it's gonna be love songs on there now too.
Yes. Love is in
Absolutely.
the
I
air.
met the love of my life.
How I met the
Oh
love of my
boy.
life on TikTok, where
On
dreams
TikTok.
can come true.
Right. It started with a smile.
Right, I'm
It's
done.
And then I noticed
wow.
you.
No, look, it started with a let me up in the box. Let
They
me
had to
up.
pop this thing out my ear now. Sergi, I see you.
Hi, Sergi. Hi, Sergi.
Hey.
I love
So you
Sergi.
look at
I
that.
will tell
They
you,
I
it's
swear
three of
y'all like a
Sergi.
duet in here. How y'all be synchronizing like that?
Sergi. And I believe. Yes, Rage on that TikTok. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm turned up right now. I'm sorry. I think because after 8, I turned into
That's because you had that nice live from earlier. That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? That's that adrenaline still going. You
not
know?
adrenaline.
That,
You know what it
dang, my
is?
TV is, man.
You know what it is? I got my house cleaned. Yes. My kids was kind of
Well, let me make
tripping.
sure y'all up here naked. I gotta give y'all gifts.
No, 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 no. Don't give me a thing. You've given me enough. You've given me your heart. You've given me your love.
I'm a
Ebony,
thug,
I'm
but
not
I
about to play with
cheat.
you. I'm sick of her.
That's
No, 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 no. You've given me enough. I've already got your
she
heart.
make me laugh. She make me seem like she never seen me before. That's like too funny.
I
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. She shooting her shot heavy.
What'd you say, Ray?
I know you
She
ain't
sh-
talking rage. I
Ray,
wasn't there
I
when
don't
I
have
was in
to shoot my
that.
shot. We're here already. We are here.
what
My
you
boy was about to break
mean?
out the
I'm
lotion
trying to
yesterday with my man.
decide. We're already there.
I was
What was breaking
Hold
on the
on, wait, what
lotion?
you talking about? Oh no,
I
never
was
mind.
teasing
No,
you yesterday.
chill, chill,
You
chill,
was
chill,
letting
chill,
it
chill,
all out with Arthur. He was like, "The videos,
chill,
man. It's just." I
chill,
was
chill,
cracking
chill,
up. You
chill,
had me
chill,
Over
chill,
crying.
chill,
my
chill, 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 chill,
hill.
chill, chill, chill.
Yeah, he said he's not even want me to be
Sorry.
quiet now.
Chill, chill.
Look, we started dating at 9
Look,
p.m.
he's like,
Central Standard Time
okay, okay, okay.
He
yesterday.
said, "Chill, chill, chill." Shh, shh, shh.
All right. Can I put the sauce out for everybody to hear? Nah, you feel me?
Nah, you feel me?
Yeah, right.
Can
The voice and the voice
can
that
I do
changed
that?
and everything. Yeah, yeah. Now chill. Now chill.
Hey, it's not my. I was never shooting my shot. I was just speaking on the fact. You feel
He
me?
Boy,
just said what he said.
you was
Period.
over there telling her, you was down there. Let me stop.
You
Tell
laughing
that
so
moaning
hard.
and
You know
stuff
what,
like
Ebony?
that.
Nah, Ebony, get back
He's,
on laugh because laugh over here want to start mess. Go ahead, Ebony. Continue what you
Moaning
said.
is
You said
her.
what when you found him? It was
Moaning
I
love.
did. I
What?
tried to get
What?
the pressure off me.
No, yeah, right. He tried it. Ebony, what you say again? Love was what in the air, or was like where was it at? Ebony, go ahead, tell us.
Is it hot in this house or what? Oh, that's my heat. That's what it
For
is.
those of you who are
Nah,
wondering,
that's you catching the heat.
period. Go ahead, Ebony. Laugh and I, we made this official as of 9 p.m. Central Standard Time last night.
Ooh.
So,
Dang.
you know,
Oh my.
don't come
I
in here
didn't. I
trying to
was
shoot
wondering when I fell
outside.
asleep. It felt weird. I didn't know what was going on.
I'm done. The fuck
I
I'm
could have
not
sworn
gonna
this bed
lie.
was alone. What's going on? She done brought the spirit over here. Now.
I'm not
Oh
gonna lie.
my lord.
She said when she said that you kind of cute, I was like, yep, I'm already knowing where this gonna go.
What? What?
You said laugh. You kind of cute, and then he was like,
Hey,
who?
you
And
gonna
then
keep on
she
doing
was
this,
like,
man?
you.
I
Ooh,
told
go
you that you
ahead.
in the
Go
hot
ahead,
seat,
Ray.
man. You can't say nothing.
Go
Chill.
ahead, Ray. Go
All
ahead.
right, I'm
Wait,
in your house. I
who
can't
Rage
do
was
it.
shooting his shot at? No, Ray wasn't shooting
I
shots.
wasn't
Yeah,
shooting my shot.
He was
not
being
you
cold.
would.
No, he
Now
was
leave.
being
Now let's
cold.
leave it alone. Now, okay.
He
Nah,
was
he
being
gonna keep on bringing up what I was saying. Whole time you got a whole girlfriend to worry about, my boy.
whole time.
Hold on. What?
You
Whole
got a whole. You
time.
have a
I
whole
told you
girl
I'm a
to worry
thug, y'all.
about, my boy.
Chill, chill, man. We gonna focus on this live, man.
Hey,
You
thugs
know what I'm
need love
saying?
too. What
Cause
you
I can only
mean?
change me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, if you
Thugs
have a
need love too.
problem, who do you expect to fix it? My man laugh.
Go ahead,
That's
fix this
tough.
problem real quick.
Oh my
Look,
goodness.
Skilly Lee is like,
I'm a thug in
You
y'all.
gotta go and fix the problem,
Ebony
man.
always
Got
starts
a,
stuff. That's why I love
you
her.
got a problem going on, man.
Ebony always gonna start something. It's
Let
so
me know
funny.
when I can get back in the camera.
You can get back in the camera right now while your bae is here. Don't be like that. That's disrespectful.
And then not alter added to it now. Oh my.
It's
Oh
Ebony. It's
my.
what she does.
This y'all FaceTime, bro.
I think I know
This
next time not to
your
add both of y'all at the same time.
Hold on. Let me move
this
on to
y'all
the next question. Hold
FaceTime.
on.
That's funny.
How would you feel if I was to say blame yourself for every choice you make, even for the situation you don't feel fault in, and
That's
why?
interesting.
I
Right,
would
okay.
say, how would I feel if I was to blame yourself? I would say, my man, laugh. You are absolutely
What
correct.
what did that have to do with the
My
I
man,
suppose I
laugh.
think she about
My
to be
man.
serious. What the
Yo, Ebony. Look, I don't know why I brought y'all
I'm
in the
trying
same
to
room
stay
together because
professional,
one thing
man. We
Ebony gonna do
live, you
is
know what I'm
laugh.
saying?
Oh God.
Oh,
Oh
you
my
say you
god.
gonna take care of it in private?
Hey, bro, I
That's
never
perfectly
even
fine.
seen that part though, bro.
So Rage gonna keep being slick though. I see how you gonna keep. Okay.
Good looking Rage. He good. Don't worry about him. I got Rage back. Go
Oh
ahead,
man, I
Anthony.
ain't seen that part though. When it
Hey, bro,
say
listen. Your
even
name is
for
Laugh.
the
My name is
situation, you
Rage.
don't even
So
feel for him.
Laugh and
What you say,
Rage.
Skip? Yeah, I'm gonna talk to my brother Skilly, man. He preaching. What you say, my brother, man?
what you mean?
And I really didn't even read that last part all the way through until they kept reading. Because when they kept saying it, I'm like, what are they talking about? But now I'm looking at it like, oh snap. But my man, you can't. I don't know how you could be blamed for something you ain't that you can't. What I mean, what I feel blame, what I don't blame myself for that I couldn't control is that a person taking advantage of me, bro, at the age I was. You feel me? Because I was young, so I wasn't strong enough. I don't feel like that was my fault. You know what
I'm
I'm
not
saying?
gonna
'Cause
lie.
I wasn't strong
Mm,
enough to allow
Sometimes,
that to happen.
sometimes you gotta
mm.
thug these bitches and put them in their place. Sorry for the
Interesting.
the respectful women in here, but like the ones who do that effed up shit, like you gotta thug them and put them in their fucking place.
Right.
Cause then they
My
gonna
man,
learn how to
I was
play, how
young
to
though. You
handle
feel
you.
me? You
But that
young.
wasn't your choice either, though. So it wouldn't really count as your choice. That's not a choice that you made, right? So that wouldn't really
Yeah,
count.
yeah.
That's kind of what I was trying to make the point in. Like, even for the situation you don't feel, but see, don't feel fault in is different from the choices you make. So what you're speaking about is not a choice that you made, right? It's necessarily.
What? I'm glad you read it. That right. I almost thought I bagged my own self up in it. You're right. You're right. So that's why I got the twin in here
That's why
for. It
we
makes
twin
sense.
twin.
Okay.
Twin
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
twin.
Yeah. Because I almost bagged my own self. I'm like, but I was about to really explain the reason why I put it. But yeah, I did. So I did write it down like that. You're right.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
See.
you don't feel fault. So that's different
Yeah.
than like,
It's a choice. You ain't make no choice in that. You see what I'm saying?
right, exactly. He didn't make a choice in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Whew.
not gonna lie, laugh.
Save me.
I like the way you set your lives up. Like your background look fire. I'm not
I
gonna hold
told
you.
him he needs to help us. I love it. I love how he sets it up. So
Uh,
cozy. You got
Dang.
your pillows?
cap cut. I do mine on cap cut.
Cap
That
good.
look fire,
That
bro.
go to show that reading is
I
fundamental,
think it's what a
bro.
few people do that stuff on. 'Cause I swear I seen these letterings on somebody's stuff. It's just I can't never get it perfect. Like I know I'll be having that same problem sometimes. It could be good looks money. It be my job be that about to sound weird. Sometimes my stuff fit inside. I'm trying to think of
Mm-hmm.
my bag.
Mm-hmm.
I knew
Go
somebody's
ahead.
gonna come with something.
Uh-huh.
Oh my! You Rashida talking about some oop.
You gonna take your bunny out her element for real. Keep speaking like that.
Hi,
So you gonna keep putting your 2 cents in,
Rashida.
man.
Oh my gosh.
Hey man, y'all was just laughing when I was speaking yesterday, so
I'm about to be on
Period.
your head too, man.
Mm-mm, don't do him. Don't do
you
him.
can't you
Okay.
can't be on my hair too much because there ain't nothing that you could actually say about me that I don't say myself.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
you talking about yesterday when
Oh my God. Okay.
yeah,
Rage. What
right.
did you rely
I'm,
on?
what am I missing? I was in the
Nothing. You
live
missing? We
yesterday and I
missing
missed
Yeah,
a
Jesus.
you
We
lot.
missing
missing?
Jesus.
She think
He
she gonna talk
trying to he
loud.
trying to he trying to say something that I already said, which is okay. That's fine. Like
But
you
to
Period.
can't
whom?
embarrass
Mhm.
me. So
To whom? That's crazy.
no. Yesterday we was talking about
So twin, tell him to shut up, and then I leave.
Wait, what happened? Wait, fill me in because
Okay,
I'm
so look,
confused. Okay.
yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Tell him to shut up.
Alter was like,
Sorry to
I'm
be.
not no seductive person or whatever, and I'm like, girl, you know dang well you seductive, and then she was like, how? And I'm like, all them times you've
Jesus
been
on the
posting on your
main.
on
She gonna try to
TikTok
sing
on your
over it.
page,
Jesus on the main.
dang well
I'ma
you've
steal that
been
from you.
sitting there looking all good and stuff. And I'm like,
Oh.
mm,
Oh,
Ebony, this is an O for me. You know what?
Oh.
mm.
right. Hey, I feel you on that. Right.
I'm so done with
That
Ebony.
was. Wait till you see
Like
my. Oh,
so.
Rage,
Oh,
when you
goodness.
retell the story, you supposed to give them bits and pieces. You over here give them
Oh,
steaks and
you want me to
stuff.
give them the entire thing?
Give them the edge of the
whoa.
sandwich. They don't
Oh.
need to. No, I said the edge of the sandwich.
Hey, just
Right.
all you have to know is
There you go. There you go.
when Alter posts and she says some intellectual shit, she will
Mm-hmm.
be sitting up there on her video
That's not true.
looking all seductive. Don't believe me? Go and watch all
That's
her
what it is.
videos. I guarantee
Oh, I
you, no
know.
matter
My
I
boy
what,
No,
been on
Ebony
her
don't
page
know
for
because
real. Oh,
Ebony
that's what I
don't
was
I'm
cracking
very
up
much
on him
she's
about.
aware because
seductive.
you listen. I be looking. I'm
know.
like, oh, look at
I
this. Look,
found Jesus.
oh, just beautiful. You hear me? I know. I
And
know.
that's what kind of made me follow her. So I was like, I wonder what else she gonna be posting, and
Oh,
saying that she's not seductive or she
oh,
don't have no seductive eyes.
oh.
Right. Because we
Keep it
talk
going.
about, no, we ain't keep, bruh. Ebony, so
I
what time
mean,
was it
She
yesterday
don't
when you
like
arrived and laugh was
she
the
come
one?
now. Now
Huh?
she try
What
to
happened?
Laugh. And what time did you
hey
realize
no.
and laugh was the one?
9 p.m. Central
Yes.
Standard Time last night.
9 p.m. on the dot. Yes, money gun, money
Hmm.
gun. Yes, period.
Hey, I'm good with mine though. I mean, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna reject it though. But I'm about to make you gonna sweat today though. Since you want to
Ebony,
mess
let
with
him
me.
know that you can make him sweat. He
Since
don't
y'all
even
want to mess
know.
with me.
Y'all be
What is
getting
it?
twisted. Y'all think that Ebony got the strength to
Jane, what's
laugh.
the deal?
Ebony, it's all right.
Huh?
Let's not even do it, Ebony. Y'all ain't know he gonna be a hand of this sweat on his brow. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't
Okay.
worry
Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Do you hear?
Hey, bro, you want to
Do
know
you
what I got a
hear me?
decision? I mean, I
Hi,
got, I got, I got, a,
G.
I got a situation, yo.
What the?
Here goes something that I made a choice to do, but it wasn't. But I don't feel I should have been fought for getting charged, right?
Uh-oh.
I had a cousin. He say, "Hey, bro, do you want to ride with me to go to my baby mama crib, right?" I say, "Yeah, sure, man. Shannon gonna be there." He like, "Yeah." I like, "Bet, I'll go." I go, right? We get there.
Hmm.
He, the, it just turned to man. It turned to a nightmare. But yet, due to his actions, I went down for what he did as well, bro. And I don't feel like I should have been at fault for that. Cause I made the choice just to go with them, go with him over there only for the reason just think we going over there to just chill out, not for no altercation.
Hmm.
So you went to jail so you went to jail as an accomplice?
Yeah, I went to prison for this. It
So
ain't
wait, what
even
was they
funny. I mean, I
defending
guess I
to?
could laugh about it now. 'Cause I made it through it all, but
Wait, no, because what was happening exactly? Like, what I mean, or whatever you can say. I think I missed that.
he already he. This is the thing about me doing my time and everything, going through the court process and everything. Where I come to, you know what I'm saying, to find it out that he already knew that she had somebody else over there already, and he already knew that they was going through. And so I'm thinking that everything good with them. So I ain't know that part. He just asked me, did I want to go? I asked him, was Shannon there? And so I go. We get there. There's a whole nother group of people there. And because he had weapons and all this and that third, things just led to something else totally different. And I didn't go there. I didn't go there for no fight. I really went there for I really went there for a good time.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, friend in high school, right? They he was hanging out with some guy friends that he's really cool with. He knows of them to like go rob places sometimes, but that's not what they were supposed to be doing when they were going to the which is supposed they were supposed to be going, to the gas station, grab some stuff. He fell asleep in the backseat of the car and they decided to rob the place and then they got back in the car and they went to prison and he did do nothing. So that's pretty freaking jacked up. But sometimes with that point, you could just look at the fact that it does matter sometimes who you present, who you have yourself around, because at the end of the day, life don't care, especially the police people don't care, that's why I even try to teach my kids, like, who you around does matter, even if it's, the type of people, like whatever they're about, you can easily be, wind up with that. So definitely gotta be careful with that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, I feel you, but I just didn't know though. He was all about he ain't want these dudes around his kids and stuff like that. And they're like, dude, I ain't know your baby mama got you. I ain't know none of this. You know what I'm saying? You ain't. I ain't know. I don't know nothing about none of that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't know it was over there. Over some whatever trip, ego trip, whatever it was. But the thing was, by me being there with him, because I traveled with him. So now I'm all the way somewhere far away from the crib, all by myself in an altercation that I got to defend myself in that I ain't never even asked for, wasn't even aware of. Because here's the thing: if I would have known that from the jump, he already knew I would have said no. So it was like people would ask you stuff because like from y'all uses of hanging out. but you just another body there. You know what I'm saying? You like a protector, like a shield, like you know what I'm saying, help them get away and stuff. It's just stuff I learned growing up, and you really don't know. You know what I'm saying? You really don't know for real. Just because I hang out with people who were selling drugs, you know what I'm saying? They ain't allowed me to go on no drug deal with them. Is what I'm saying. Like I know they sold drugs, so if they like, hey bro, we about to go to the court and hoop. I went to the court and hoop with them. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no, hey, hey bro, come go to the court with me, bro, so I could be no lookout for them, so they could do some type of transaction or nothing like that. So it was like I don't. That's why I feel like it was my fault, yo, because I had to defend myself about some shit that I'm very well unaware of. You know what I'm saying? When I couldn't get away from it, so like I was trapped right there, and due to the fact that he harmed somebody, you know what I'm saying, two people on a lot. You know what I'm saying? I got caught up in the midst of that. You know what I'm saying? And that shit affected my life for real.
Yeah.
I got one question, bro. If you don't mind me asking,
Go ahead.
did you tell?
I
Like,
ain't tell, bro.
that's
I ain't
why
have
you
to
said
tell, bro.
that's
Yeah, I ain't have
yeah.
to do none of that. We ain't getting no away.
Hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm gonna change Moni name from Moni to Money. She
Thank
be
you,
having a little.
Moni.
I
That's probably
think
what
that's
that
probably
means.
why she put that.
Right. She be just.
I think it
Oh
is
man, I
money.
really appreciate it though. She be having this stuff. The lives going, man. I actually helped the live kick off though a little bit, but really it's the likes though. The likes. I think they said it is, but likes and shares is really
Oh yeah, and another thing too, though, man. To add in it, though, man. My cousin wasn't no street guy, nothing like that, bro. He was a working man and everything, and all of that, bro. That's why I was, I was quick to go with him. It wasn't like I ain't thinking about him being doing on no violent activity, bro, because I don't
hmm
know him for being a violent person.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like it was just so mind blowing to me when we get there that this is what's actually going on. So this is what I'm saying. Like you find out stuff about people because it is stuff people do, even our own parents, bro, that we don't know about because they ain't gonna tell us the real them. You know what I'm saying? Like some kids probably challenge their parents as kids and they parents let that junk slide and it's like they ain't trying to be hard on their kids. They letting them beat them. They letting them grow up, but they still guiding them at the same time. It ain't no point in trying to be so harsh on them when they got like a whole lot of knowledge and wisdom of what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? It's like it just get deep. But I just know that junk affected my life, bro. And me and Cuz to this day, man, but we ain't know not even we don't even look not to see me, man. I'm talking about bro, I don't know, man. I don't even know how to explain it. All I know, we ain't to go up to each other. That's all I know.
I mean, as
So
long as you learn from that experience, then you straight for real. Like you know that now your responsibilities as just you being friends with people. Sometimes you gotta say no, and it's not a bad thing to say no. You feel me? Like a lot of
facts.
people, they'll go along with stuff and they won't say no, knowing dang well that is not good for them. So like, as long as now you know how to say no, even if like you really wanted to, still say no because you don't know what people could be getting you into.
Right, but that's why it's so tricky though, young bro, because your brothers, your homies, your cousins, your brothers, your friends, or whatever, right? Can be like, yo, come on, bro, let's go to the mall. All y'all doing is just going to the mall, bro, and you say yeah. You know what I'm saying? That means you have to be turning down every person that asks you to attend any event, whether it's a skating party, school prom, or just whatever event, bro, a birthday party. You know what I'm saying? You'll be turning down so many things from so many people, family and friends, and all this, nothing third. You know what I'm saying? But then you got some people you like, okay, yeah, I mess with them, I hang with them, right? And y'all just like, hey, bro, let's go to the mall. And y'all go to the mall, and just one of your homies, one of them guys, just ended up having a gun on him. Didn't tell nobody,
Pew
bro.
pew
As
pew.
soon as the situation occurred, he get the right. And now because you with him, you mean to tell me you mean to tell me you feel me you is you about to blame yourself for that rage?
No,
Right.
I
So
made the choice to
how
go
you gonna
with
try to
them.
tell me about? That's crazy.
No, I'm not trying to tell you. I'm not trying to tell you about it. I'm just saying, like now you learn from that experience that you've been in, and now you're more comfortable with. I'm not saying like in a mall. I'm
I get
asking
you,
Well,
you.
right? But I'm
so
saying when you say saying you comfortable with saying no, right? That's come down to saying it to your brothers, your cousins, your moms, your dad. Just because you like I'm saying is this, bro. I just told you my cousin wasn't even no street person. He was a working guy, bro. That's why it was all mind blowing to me, bro. So that's like me being with my dad. He frustrated from his job, and I never ever see my dad frustrated, bro. And he take me on a ride with him, bro. And he see his boss, and he just lose all control, and I'm blamed for that. You see what I'm saying, bro? So if I would
Mm-hmm.
have just said no to my dad, bro, you look at what you say and say, just say no. You don't you saying you basically when I hear you say no, it's like you saying say no because I know what's actually going on. And I'm telling
mm,
you, I could be going with anybody, bro. A person could go with you. You could be going with anybody, bro, that you feel that you never saw no type of violence or nothing from. You don't know them from with no actions of no street activity or no nothing. They just been always cool people. But the whole time, this person has always been holding the weapon and never said nothing to nobody. Just waiting on the situation to occur, bro. And because you with him, now you blame for it. But the whole time, he was always somebody cool, bro. You ain't never, you know what I'm saying? Got nothing bad from him. No, from no people, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying about it, man. Like I hear what you're saying though, but like
No, I never
when you
meant to
say
like put that.
saying
I
no,
never meant to like put that type of thing in your head. Like I'm not trying to say that. I was just basically saying that like now. I mean, of course we not gonna know, and of course places we gonna go through the stuff, and some gonna pop off. But then at the same time too, is like so you cautious to yourself, like type of thing. I was never meant to like say no to everybody all the time. That's not what I was saying. But I
I know
so there's
that.
a
understand what you're
I
reason
know
saying.
that
why.
much. But that's just like saying your girl say, "Let's go to the movies," and you like, "All right, come on," and you go to the movies, and one of your homeboys there, and he has a weapon, and just when you went and said what's up to him, at the same time you went and said what's up, y'all ended up bumping into somebody, bro, and the dude just wouldn't let it go, and because your homeboy got a weapon, he defended you, bro. Like you see how crazy, like it gets so, it goes deep, bro. It runs deep, bro. It's like it's a big difference of being with people that you know live a certain way. You feel me? That's a
Right,
big difference. You ain't no
right,
excuse for that. Like you know this person live a certain way, bro. You know you should have said no, not to go with that person. But we
facts.
talking about a whole totally different group that ain't even got no, don't even live this type of life at all, and just have weapons because it's just for their own protection, and they ain't even telling you because like I don't feel I should tell this person because of the fear of what they might fear because you don't know the next person's mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It runs so deep, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like I get what you were saying, but it just runs so deep. You know what I'm saying? I know you want to say no to every person, but like I get what you were saying.
Did y'all get into? Hmm, oh, I don't know what happened.
I was just saying it started to say anything. Sorry.
Oh, and I was saying is that I think we get to the point about the blame situation. It's kind of revolving around number two. That's what you're talking about, skill.
Yeah, I think
Ski.
that was around too.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the reason why I came with this though, but I'm gonna let a couple more people answer that. Ain't answer it yet. Um,
I know I ain't answered it
so I'm trying to think who came up first. So Ebony, we gonna try it again. See if you answer it.
yet.
Okay, let's go. What's the question?
Let's get it. Let's get it. But I did like your answers though. But yeah, we gonna get it though. But so number one. First off, how you feel about the topic?
I mean, I'm here. I like the discussion. I mean, yeah, I'm looking at the question. I'm so distracted. Oh my god. Um, you can change you. Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with the discussion for tonight.
Mm, okay. 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 Let's see. And then with the first one, I'm gonna get you with that first one. Then we go to the next person. If you have a problem, who do you expect to fix it?
First of all, I expect myself to fix it. I have to be accountable for my own actions. I can't expect anyone to fix me. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I know the issue, and I have to, in order for me to to progress, I have to be willing to take the time and the effort to make sure I got myself together. You get what I'm saying?
For sure.
And
Yeah.
then I can make sure I'm together for my man. Laugh.
I knew you had to slide it in there again. But hey, you preach it for sure. So, I'm trying to be serious. I'm gonna come over with a suit on, man. Maybe I get took a little bit more serious. I know.
I felt like you
So
like hearing her voice. That's why you asked her again instead of asking everybody on the
no,
panel
I just wanted
first.
to see if she was going. No,
Mm-hmm.
this dude. All
Pick up
right,
on it, then you
your
rage.
turn anyways.
Okay.
Your turn anyways. Rage.
All right.
How
Also,
you feel about the topic?
the top. Every single time we have these type of topics, I'm most definitely all for it all the time, no matter what. Um, if I did have a problem, well, that depends because if that person have a problem with me, then I'm gonna expect that person to fix it. Because why do you have a problem with me and I did nothing wrong or did nothing to you for you to have a problem with me? And then if I had that problem myself, like if I feel like I can't do nothing, I gotta do some shadow work. I gotta work out my problems so that therefore I don't have that problem no more. But if somebody
Mm.
else was to have a problem with me, you could either text me, call me, whatever you gotta do. Email me, I don't care. Skype, I don't know.
Skype,
But
dang.
make sure
No, you young.
you have all is Google Docs, Google
Well,
whatever.
actually, that's
It
old
doesn't
though. But it is
matter.
funny though. You said Skype. Boy, I ain't heard that in so long.
Whatever problem you
Dang.
got with me, make sure you have all your facts in checked, and then you come to me. Cause don't come to me and you don't got everything, every type of problem you got with me. Do not sit up here and try to tell me this and then try to go into another thing and then try to go on another thing that you have a problem with me. No, you gonna fix all your problems that you have with me.
Mhm.
Speak one by one, and I don't care. We gonna sit there all day until you get everything correct. Cause if not, then you could go on a block list. I
Uh
won't
oh.
think about you. I won't talk to you. I won't even mention your name. I won't even know you exist because we were strangers when we met. It can always go back to that. Remember,
Facts.
I have
Facts.
no filter when it comes to people who do not like me for no reason
Yeah.
and they don't know how to solve it. So that's what I feel basically.
Okay. I like that. I like that. And for the question, it said, "What is shadow work?" Shadow work is basically just reflecting on yourself. All your
It's
little hidden stuff you got to work on, and traumas and all that stuff. It's just basically reflect going back.
it's
And I don't even
basically
use that word like that, but I'm
spirituality.
assuming that's what it's about. It's about just
Yeah,
reflecting with yourself and doing the inner work,
yeah, that's
inner
exactly what it
healings
is.
and all that stuff. Yeah. So yeah, that's what
It's a spirit. It's spiritual. So that's why, like,
spiritual,
when you
mentally,
hear
emotionally.
people say, "Oh, I gotta do shadow work," or you see these spiritual people talking about some do shadow work, repent, do that. That's it's all about the spirit. It's not about your physical being. It's more about your inner self. Like you gotta heal your inner child before you can even before
But eat
you could
that
do
popcorn, boy.
anything. I'm
I
not
heard
getting
that.
popcorn. Calm down, sir.
I heard it. This is a
So
movie.
yeah, it's basically you healing your inner self. Like a lot
Thanks.
of people, they don't know that their inner selves have a lot to do with what we do in today's society, and they always have problems with it. Like they could have somebody who cheating on them, and they get mad at it, like, oh my god, why did you cheat on me? Oh, blah 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 blah. Whole time your inner spirit is not healed, so of course they're gonna cheat on you if you're not healed. You don't know
What the?
what you want in life. Some
Oh
people
my.
just do it for the heck of it because they don't care about people. But like at the same time too, you sometimes when you dealing with somebody and they mind is messed up and they try everything they do, they can to try to like make that work and it still doesn't work is because that person is not healed. That person is not fixed. So they try to fix these people, but these people can't fix them unless these people want to fix themselves. So you
Yep.
do shadow work. That's basically you healing your inner self, your inner child, all of that to make your life so much better.
Okay.
basically.
Yeah, let me go here. I got two more people that gotta eat too, real quick, man. But yeah, that's good one for sure. I hope she understand that now. Sergi, what's the deal? How you feel
Hello.
about the top?
I feel good about the topic.
Okay,
Um,
right.
for some context, is this more specific to relationships, individual like intuitive issues like medical, mental health? Is it more general like career or educational?
Uh, oh, it's overall. Basically, it's an overall, but of name, overall accountability. So yeah, general. It's anything you want to apply to.
Okay. Um, so I feel like sometimes problem solving is a collaborative effort. So while there are some things internally, like if I'm struggling with some life choices, things like that, often that's going to be an individual problem solving situation sometimes. But I
Right.
also think that there are instances in which there are other people that are actually contributing to the fixing of whatever your problem is. If it's within my employees, for example, if I have a problem, they're going to fix it. Most often, I'm not the one fixing it. If it's my students and I have a problem with something, they're more than likely going to be the ones to fix it, not me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I think that it's not a one dimensional kind of thing, right? Just when we think about problem solving overall. Um, and I think even when we get personal, I think sometimes I think we become too stoic and too or hyper independent, where we feel like we almost aren't allowed to allow other people to pour into us and help fix us, if we want to say fix, right? And I think it's okay to acknowledge that we're not people work walking in the world alone or walking the path of life alone. There are people who have been helping us kind of fix our problems along the way we may not even recognize. So it's not always like, oh, I did it myself. No, I got here from my help with my parents helping me fix some problems. I got here from teachers and mentors and everybody else. It wasn't just me doing it. um, I know I have to be the one to commit to following through, but the help and guidance that is a part of problem solving definitely wasn't just me.
Okay. Jane,
Hey Kev, hey everybody up
what's the
here.
deal?
Over here chilling. I like the topic as usual. That's why I'm always on your panel. Choose not to go in other places. And if you have a problem, who do you expect to fix it? Well, problem means a matter that is regarded as unwelcome. That's the reason why I don't own a welcome mat, because I don't allow myself to say that just things will welcome into my life without me knowing. Everything that I put in my life, I welcomed in.
Right.
In any type of situation, yeah, it's gonna be my issue and my fault at hand. And most of the time, like, people don't like me or like the way I go about things, because if there is a problem, I'm always the main one to point out what I did in it, which is accountability, and
Mm-hmm.
then talking about overall. But primarily, I'm only worried about myself. Even my apologies, I don't apologize or apologize. I just express
Okay, teach me
exactly
that.
what the
Blah blah blah.
situation is. I just express exactly what the situation is. So therefore, there's no placing of any blame on me after the fact, because I've already recognized it. So I heard earlier, like, there was a situation. I don't know who it was, but he had said that he was with somebody. He got in trouble, whatever the case may be, because of the company that he kept. And unfortunately, that happens to a lot of people. It's happened to me. It's happened to a lot of people on earth. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the U.S. But at the end of the day, that's why it's important to know yourself and trust yourself, because you'll be able to learn your instincts in order
Right.
to not be around the company of other people. You really don't know nobody but yourself. And even at the end of the day, you can make a decision based on 5 second instincts that you would have never thought about making. So we walk in this world not knowing, but primarily you got to be accountable for you.
All right. Hey, I'm glad you tagged me because you next. You messed up. Uh, how would you feel if I blamed? Oops, I'm reading it all wrong. My bad. So number two, I ain't gonna read it now. For when? Yes, I see you.
Who's supposed to be going?
Supposed to be altered. She must have got the earpiece in. Uh, so Skilly, go ahead. I think you kind of answered that. You had the long story about it, so never mind. I think you did it already. My
Yeah, I
bad.
was just about to say that.
Yeah, you did. Ebony, how you feeling on number two?
Okay, what's the question?
How would you feel if I was to say blame yourself for every choice you make, even the situations you feel you don't have fault in?
Oh, okay. I've spoke about this. Why he laughing? I spoke about this before. I feel in every situation we all hold some type of responsibility. That's just me. And me, everybody don't have to
Right.
agree. Like I said, my 15-year relationship, it was mentally, physically abusive, and he cheated. For a while I was just like, what was I doing wrong, blah, blah, blah. But then I had to look at the situation. I'm like, girl, wait a minute. Really take a good look at yourself. Now, although I was going through the abuse, I still had to be accountable for my own actions because I stayed. So that
Oh,
was my
they don't
fault.
want to hear that one.
Right. I stayed. Regardless of people saying like that's a situation where, it's hard to get out of. A man can break you down, a person can break you down so much to where you can, yeah, they can, but it's up to you to pick yourself back up because ain't nobody else gonna do it. Nobody else is gonna do it. You have to be willing and capable of doing it for yourself. So, I'm real big on being accountable for your own actions, regardless of the situation, because we all have some type of say so or in whatever situation that we're in, and that's just point blank. Period.
Okay. All right. Mr. Instigator. You next.
Like I was
I try to
saying,
ignore him.
I hope I'm invited to the wedding. I'll be the motivational speaker of the night.
How
You
about you
feel me?
motivate Lee say read that?
Motivationally read that. I don't have to. I've been reading it all day, so like I don't have to. You feel me? But like how I feel on that topic, your soon to be wife was saying, we choose to stay. So like it's like you can't blame them because you chose to stay. You feel me? You gonna go through a lot, and I'm talking about you gonna go through things you never even thought you could go through in life, and then it's either whether you choose to fall and stay on the ground and let life pass you by, or you could choose to get up and continue to go through these things as well as you doing shadow work while you doing everything that you're doing, so that when it comes to any other type of problem, you already know how to handle it. You already know the situations you've been in before, and you know what to choose instead of telling other people like, "Oh no, it's your fault." Like why is it my fault? It's because you keep doing this, and I keep telling you to stop, but you keep on continuing to do it. And then that person says, "Well, I didn't tell you to stay. You the one who wanted to stay. So therefore, I'm gonna be who I am because I'm just a shitty person and you're a good person, and I keep doing these shitty things to you, and you're allowing it. You're not saying nothing about it. So you choose to stay, even no matter how many times I hurt you, you stay. Which okay, that tells me that I can continue to do it however many times I want because you're not telling me no, you're not telling me stop doing this. You're allowing me, so therefore I'm gonna be who I am. And if you choose to stay, then that's on you. If you choose to leave, okay,
That's
then
still on you.
you're becoming the person that you should have been a long time ago when I first started doing what I was doing. And then your life will become better because you'll heal more when you're not with me than if I was a good person and you were doing the same things that I was doing to you and I left, then that would be on me because I know that I'm the good person that I am and I'm not gonna let nobody hurt me. I
Mm,
choose to leave you because you don't know yourself enough to be the good person that the world know you can be, but you choose to do bad. So it's on you. Sometimes the things that we do, oh, most definitely on us. A lot of people. If somebody was to go rob a bank and they get caught, Why did you rob a bank? Um, um, it's other people's fault. They made me do it because I needed to do this and I needed to do like no, that's not on them. You're the one who chose to go put that ski mask on and rob the bank. Not everybody. So
Mm,
you're basically blaming other people for your faults. And you shouldn't do that. Like that's how I feel about this situation.
mm, okay. Sergi, feel about number two.
Mm, okay, I look at it a little bit differently. So I don't feel like because one has to make a choice that they necessarily are responsible for the situation at hand. So I know we spoke about like abuse earlier, and I think
Mm,
even broader than that, it makes me think about Seligman's theory. He did a dog experiment. It's a major study in research history, and it's often aligned with how racism works in the United States. But what he did was he conditioned dogs. He put them in cages, completely unethical experimentation, but put them in cages and would administer shocks to them. And he would do these shocks over and over, creating this hyper, um, of course, aware dog, but almost defenseless, and then also kind of implemented a learned helplessness, right? So over time, he would shock them and shock them and shock them. And then after a while, there was opportunity created for them to free themselves. It was their choice, right? They didn't get choice in their situation, they didn't get choice in their condition, but they had a choice to make in their freedom. And because of the constant shocking and conditioning over time, when they actually had the opportunity for freedom, they wouldn't take it because of the fear.
mm,
So I feel like do we blame people, right? As I've heard people say, well, as black people, you make a choice to be here. You can't complain. It's, it's your fault that you're still here. Why complain about racism, right? I think that there are many situations that we'll be placed in, and we're not necessarily responsible for them. You're definitely not accountable for them, especially to me in instances of abuses. You have minimal choices, right? You don't have optimal choices in abusive situations. You have to make choices oftentimes for survival. Can we really say that you've had this myriad of choices? No, somebody gave you choices within a situation, and you had to pick the best one. That's not really free choice, right? So, I don't know. I don't necessarily believe people should always blame themselves for their situations and even the choices that they have to make sometimes, even though they
okay.
are the ones that supposedly made them.
What the? Did she finish? Oh, weird. It just cut off. Oh, mm.
I'm done.
Oh, okay. It,
That's what I
it,
was
I
it
don't
about to
like
cut
say.
off
talking too
Let her
early.
much.
finish.
It cut off early. Okay. Matter of fact, I see two people down there in the comments. I'm about to change this thing. If y'all, hey, come over because I see y'all both don't kind of agree with this situation, and that's what I need in here. Because I'm actually going to explain why I wrote what I wrote down for a reason. But I think it's Wednesday and Jabri. I want y'all to come up.
Hey, Wednesday. I gotta give you my new number because my old phone broke. It's breaking stuff.
Who just dropped? Oh, put this thing, change this thing up too. But yeah, y'all can come up if y'all want to. I think y'all want to sound like y'all got something on this.
I am so sorry. It dropped me because I left out of the line. My bad. I'm so sorry.
You was probably at the probably
Anytime
looking
I
at
had to
the
announce to my, baby, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean. Um,
um. Shit, maybe. Dog, I swear y'all remind me of each other, but y'all laugh the same. That's y'all funny. Y'all been around each other too long, man. You and Alter. y'all favor each other for some odd reason. Even y'all laugh at the way y'all talk is so funny. But is y'all coming up? You see, cause man, y'all funny. Jabri. I think Jabri and I'm just listening. I just believe some things are just unfortunate. Yeah,
Yeah.
can't blame yourself.
Okay, I did want to piggyback off of Dr. Sergi, right?
Okay.
I think that was her speaking. I'm sorry, I was in here, but I wasn't in here. But when we're serious, exactly when we're serious. Okay, so as far as like the abuse thing, of course, me being in that situation, the reason why I said that, okay, yes, somebody can beat something into you constantly to where you start to believe them, like somebody saying, "Oh, you're not worth it," multiple times. They instill that in you. You start to believe that. Okay, so I was going through the abuse, but at the end of the day, throughout our relationships, there were red flags before the abuse. So yes, I had to be accountable for myself because I saw the red flags, but I chose to ignore it. This was before the actual abuse started, right? I don't know how everybody's situation is, but I know for me, it didn't promptly start, right? We dated, I met the representative, and then all of a sudden certain things started to happen over the course of the relationship, but I continued to ignore it. And then that's when the physical abuse started and the mental abuse. So it didn't happen at the beginning of the relationship, but I did make a conscious decision to ignore those signs. So I do have to take accountability for that because all of it could have been avoided had I walked away at the beginning. And that's just my scenario. I don't. It may be different for a lot of DV victims. I don't know, but that's just my
I,
story, and that's
I
why I
feel
said
like that's a powerful thing though, because like that's where true healing comes from though. Even if that's the reason why I worded it that way, because it take a tough situation like that to kind of overcome. And I'm actually going to explain that, but I'm gonna let Jane go. I'm gonna explain the reason why I say blame yourself, because that was a hard pill for me to swallow when I learned it from a. Because like I'm gonna explain it though, but go ahead, Jane.
I was just gonna say I agree with Ebony because I do the same thing when it comes down to surviving the DV situation I went through with my ex husband. Like even when I go to the DV meetings to meet like survivors' family or the victims' family members or other survivors, I always let them know like you got to separate the situation because it's not just what they did, but after you leave them, then what? You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that you don't face that situation again, and that lives within. And most of the time, you're codependent in that situation. Not most of the time, all the time, you become a codependent, which is something
Right.
also that's negative. If you remain a codependent, you're also going to meet somebody else that also has the same intention and not wanting them to go to jail or the J word, not wanting anybody to know because you want to have this image of a perfected family, not wanting them to be or the blame placed on them, always wanting to make it seem like it's an isolated event when it's always happening, things of that nature. After the first event, you should leave. There's always an opportunity to leave after the first event. You know what I'm saying? For many, not for all, because some people they only have one event. But for the most part, if you survived it, yeah. If you became a codependent, that was by choice. And once you leave, that is also a choice. You could choose to stay and you could choose to
Hmm.
be unalived. So yeah, you,
Yeah.
you have to place blame where it is because after that, then what? You only got fingers pointed back at you. They're gone.
That's that harsh truth. Nobody ain't trying to hear it. I swear, y'all two should have been in. I don't know how Ultra Live went because I was at work all day, but she had a. And man, I keep missing it. I'll be wanting to be in there. But that'd have been perfect. Cause I feel like people need to hear this though, because I know a lot of people done been through it, and it do messes up the mentality and all that stuff. But just to hear somebody that survived situations like that, I think it need to be heard. Of course, there's so many people that's gonna be stuck in that mentality, like I'm not rather stay victim the rest of my life and all that stuff. But you will never grow anywhere if you keep that mentality, and that's the whole. But I'm about to end up getting to my point about why I put this on there. But Pete, I'm gonna get you before I get doing my part. Pete, how you feel about that topic, my brother? And welcome to the love.
Oh, I appreciate you, man. I love the topic, actually. I love the topic. Um, actually, I'm gonna address all the questions if you don't mind.
Okay.
So if I have a problem, who do I expect to fix it? It would be myself. Um, Took a long time to get to that point, you know,
Right.
but definitely myself. For the second question, I think that question comes from experience. I kind of chuckled when I saw that because, I've had to ask myself the exact same question, and I do blame myself. And the reason why is because whether, in the beginning, whether or not I, knew what to look for or not, I chose this person.
Hey,
You
oh,
see what I'm saying? I chose this
you almost
person.
got me to answer my stuff real quick. Oops. Now you
Oh,
on point though, for sure.
my bad, my bad. And then, now that I'm in it and I realize that, for me, I'm all about, I'm spiritual with it, So this
Okay.
is a long suffering thing for me.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So who do I rely on? There you go. It's Christ. That's who I rely on. And I also seek
Okay.
other people like yourself who have wisdom, to share on these topics, because then, you have a community. And, for me, it's kind of like, I kind of woke up in my relationship, and, me being, I would say a kingdom man, I, have come to the realization that, I made a commitment. I love this person. And, I'm gonna stand 10 toes down and do exactly, who I need to do, or what I need to do in order to be who I need to be. And I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? It's not a dreadful thing. I have peace, and joy in my life,
Hmm.
because of the wisdom and different revelation that I get through people like you, and just through God Himself. So, the last question here: what does that say? I'm having a hard time reading the red
It
word.
is tiny though. Now it got tinier. So bonus. Do you feel like you're limited in life, and why? And oh, man, why? And then what are you doing to change that? If you do
Oh yeah,
feel that
yeah.
way.
No, no, I'm abundant in my life, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, so it would be a no on that. But I'd like to hear your response.
Okay. 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 Well,
I'm not
since
gonna
you done
lie.
did the last two, I guess I got to get everybody to do that. Then I'll say all my stuff after that. Then y'all tell me how y'all feel about this, because it's a reason why I'm getting to this. And I think the way Ebony, Jane, I feel like somebody else. The way they answer this kind of going to get to the root of why I put this topic like this, because it's a power behind it. You get a certain power but yeah, man, I just want to go to it so bad, but I forgot I gotta let everybody go. So I think Arthur, I think you did all of them, didn't you? Or do you want to do three over, Arthur? I swear every time I call her, she never be there. All right. Uh,
Right.
I think so ski man, ski saying that. But
Ain't no way.
I couldn't hold it in, man. That thing on. Oh man, I can't believe I just
That's
said that.
wild.
But how you
Yeah,
feel about number three, my brother,
all
man?
of them. I feel like I answered all of them
It
when
do
I first
seem like
came
you
in. So
did though for some odd reason. So all right, I'm gonna let you breathe, man. I'm gonna let you breathe. Um,
yeah,
rage.
You can let G.I. Jane go.
Okay.
Dr. Sergi.
She didn't even get the rest in the box. I was about to say she didn't even get a chance. You right
Come
at her
on.
then, the doctor. How you feel about number three?
Um, what does it say? Who should you rely on? Why?
Yep. Yep.
I don't know. I feel like, I mean, if you have family, again, like I said, people kind of, I don't know, it seems like nowadays there's this state of hyper independence that is occurring. I think you're safe. You should be able to rely on yourself and your family, your loved ones, your spouse, your partner, your people in your circle. Um,
Mm-hmm.
kind of being able to be positioned in a way that you can trust people.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes we do ourselves a disservice, which I'm guilty of it, where you can be self sufficient and kind of almost be isolative in terms of um, how you progress in life, to the point of not even feeling comfortable needing other people. And I feel like it's kind of important in order to be able to maintain truly healthy relationships to be able to feel safe enough and vulnerable enough, which is going to require a certain level of trust to be able to do so, but to rely on those people that you are in relationship with. So that's it.
Okay. Jan, you ready?
Yes, I think so. Okay, do you are limited in life and why? No, I don't feel
No,
like
the
oh
oh no,
that
you
that
should
yet.
go to this the rely
Oh,
one. Yeah, yeah.
okay. Who should you rely on and why? Myself.
Okay.
That's it. That's it. That's all myself. I'm the only one that's gonna be able to do it and do it right.
Okay. All right. I feel
Now
scared.
it's my turn.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I
What you
also
got?
want to piggyback on what Jane and Dr. Sergi said. Yeah, I feel like you should have people who not just you don't rely on them to fix everything, but you allow them to give you the words in order to the words like the questions and the words to go along with what you going through yourself. And so you take what they say and you repeat it in your head a lot, a lot, a lot, and then you take the time to go through everything that was said and you fix yourself that way. So therefore you you learn more and you get a lot you see a lot more effect taking place in everything that you're going through. And then also, yeah, yourself, because if you want something right, do it yourself. You
Mm-hmm.
know, not everybody is gonna know what you're going through. So, and especially if you don't talk about it, like there's nobody who's gonna know what you're going through. And so you have to go deep into yourself. Like I was saying earlier, shadow work. You feel me? You meditate, you do whatever it is to make you feel comfortable, meditate, and then you let all of it go. You write your problems on paper, you rip it out and you burn it, and therefore all of those problems you rid yourself from. And you take that, and then now you're feeling better, and now you can go out into the world. And if you want to help somebody, then you can. You know the steps to take to you relied on yourself and your friends' actions and words, and then you went through yourself to fix those things, and then you got rid of those problems by burning a paper that you wrote your problems on, and now you feel a lot better and you can help a lot more people than if you were just to only help one. That's basically what I think about that question when you asked.
Okay.
Can I say something
And
about that?
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Um, well, rely means to fully trust and to have full confidence in something or someone. So I wouldn't fully trust what anybody says. I know of people, just like everybody knows of people, your moms, your dad, they'll tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Primarily, the truth already lied within you. You just was running from it, and they were willing to be the outward person, third person point of view, to be honest with you, right? But I wouldn't say fully trust or fully have confidence in anyone else outside yourself, only because you can never know if somebody is steering you in the wrong direction or if they're not fully. you know People can change, things happen, people lose their minds all the time. So I wouldn't trust in anyone fully, but of course you could take things like a grain of salt, or you can take things at its full capacity and you can do what you want with it. If it's the truth, you already know that truth. Your mom telling you that you're an asshole sometimes does not change the fact that you didn't already know that. It's just that that person was willing to be honest with you versus everybody else is watching you fail.
Okay. Ebony. I feel
Okay,
scared to
so
ask.
I was looking at your face too. I said, "Oh wow," but but no, I actually agree with Jane and Dr. Surgeon, and they took the words right out of my mouth. I feel like you should completely rely on yourself initially, and to be honest, quite honest, for me, I feel like I should be able to rely on myself solely. And like what Jane said, I'm sorry, I almost called you Jade. She was speaking in reference to
Mortal Kombat.
family. She was speaking in reference to family. Now, for me, it's kind of different because I know my parents are going to tell me what's beneficial for them. And the reason why I said it, they did it most of my life with my career path and everything, right? I didn't choose the career that I went into. I did it based off of them basically telling me this is what you need to do. Um, and down the line, I kind of changed that on my own. But I should be more than capable enough to be able to understand myself, therefore make the best decisions for myself. So I have to be capable of relying on myself first. And then my significant other, um,
Oh man. At least I know I can count on her to make me smile. Oh boy.
but that's all.
Let's laugh and learn, you know what I'm saying? We gonna get one of the two in here, you know.
My
Oh boy.
man, thank you to my man.
Oh my. Oh my. We go. All right, so I guess I'm gonna let everybody do the last one, but I just want to her get my part out now. A reason why I came up with this topic or the way I was gonna answer it. Why I feel like all this should go this everything should go to self. So you can only change yourself. I do feel like at the end of the day, we are the only ones that count. You can only count on yourself to change. Ain't nobody else can force you to change. Ain't nobody can, all of a sudden pay for you to change. Nobody can. You can't. I mean, none of that. You can't do anything to change but yourself. You got to want to change first too. Um, and that's gonna be one of the biggest things. So with the first one, if you have a problem, who do you expect to fix it? I would throw some God in here, but I don't want to do that. Everybody don't believe in God, but I do feel that. So that's only another next situation that could change, make some change happen. But if you have a problem, who do you expect to fix it? Me. And I'm only got my expectations for myself because I can't expect nobody else to fix my problem, especially at my grown age. I'm not about to expect nobody else. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the situation. Even though we have our own expectation of different things, like if I take my car to I do expect them, right? But then again, expectations do kind of hurt you because it's like it's like an entitlement behind it, which I trying to get a lot of people from that type of that mentality and stuff to start having more of an appreciative mentality. But of course, we gonna have expectations in life. Sometimes we're gonna get hurt in life. But I'm just saying, try to stray away from expectations as much as you can. Just in general. I mean, even though expectations is no different from like goals and all that stuff. So it's no. I guess it's kind of like. I mean, I don't know. I'm like in the middle with that situation, but it's just the way people do it. Um. What, bro? Yeah. uh. So with the second one, and this the one I'm explaining y'all why I said this because I had, like I said, it was a pill I had to take myself, and I had heard this from another motivational speaker. Oh yeah, I'm glad y'all. Yeah. Type them FYPs for me, man, and the people that's in the box. I mean, all the people in the box do the hashtag FYPs. People outside the box, tap me to get to at least 10,000. Because I'm gonna give y'all another hour and a half before I get off and share to some people, whatever that's scared of blame and all that stuff, or that's gonna be her. I know they're gonna say the victim blamers and all that, whatever. Get all them in here too, because we gonna talk. We just to talk, man. I ain't trying to hurt everybody's feelings, but it is. That's what happens
I
when you trying to
love
help growth anyway. So people get the feelings. So.
I love
You
going
said
back
what?
and forth with them type of people. I love going
Nah, I
back and
mean I
forth
don't
with
do
them
it
type
just
of
for
people.
toxicness, but I
No,
just
I
try to
I
help
don't
them.
either, but it's kind of fun the way they get irritated when you say the truth, and it's just so funny to me, and so I just have
What
fun
she
with
mean
it.
leave, man? I said I'll be in an hour and a half. She talking about leaving already. This an hour and a half. Talking about
Yeah,
leave.
out there.
I
We
gotta.
got a conversation to have after this live, girl. What you mean? What?
Oh my. She got some high lows and stuff in the background. I hear you over there.
I'm
I mean, she
sorry,
working.
it's just it is what it is. You feel me? They catch an attitude when you try to tell them to look deep in themselves, and they just scared to do it. So hey, I won't go back
And
and
my
forth
my
with you.
my everyday job is to tell people to not blame themselves. So
Oh, that's
I
why
would
it
be the
makes sense
person.
though. That's funny.
Hmm.
Okay, no wonder. So it's
I
the
deal with
counter of what I do.
people. Hmm. Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
all. I mean, but it's fine. Like I'm not one of those people like you have to fight people against their opinions, fight against
yeah,
them, or fight against their perspectives. But that's where my
yeah.
perspective stems from. I deal from
Okay.
people who are
Yeah,
in
and that's what I'm
emergency
about to do. I'm about to
situations.
explain the reason why you should, because it's all about how strong your mentality is. I do understand everybody's stuff is. I mean, of course, people ain't gonna do that. They feel shamed or their feelings get in the way. But then again, I feel like even with that, not blaming yourself, certain situations it's gonna get you stuck in the victim mentality, and it's gonna enable a lot of people, which is hurting people. So both of them. I mean, I look at it. Me myself, I'm not a person that save people feelings. So I rather, and like I always say this saying all this time. I rather live good than feel good. If we keep going off feels in life, we limited ourselves because our feelings change every last second. So if we gotta go off feel. I gotta make sure these people feel good. I don't want to make sure I hurt their feelings. I don't need all this other stuff. But then they keep on
Ooh.
enabling themselves, eating unhealthy. They keep on going off impulse and all that stuff. All that stuff or whatever. The thing is, it's all about living good, and that's something I'm really gonna stick with no matter what. We gotta be able to live good, and then eventually you will feel good. But if we go off feels and happiness and all this other stuff, we will never grow as a community. We just wouldn't, because we've been going off feels all the rest of our. I mean, most of my life since before I was born. That's what we've been going off of. So sometimes it takes a little bit of hurt feelings to move on to the next situation. That's just how it is. So with the with the blame, right? The reason why I say that is when you put blame with yourself, and when you basically it's all about the accountability, right? When you feel like you shouldn't even be blamed by certain situations, because I could have felt a certain way when I took my car to a bar 3 4 years ago when I used to do bars and stuff, and my car got broke into. But I had to, even though I wasn't the one that robbed my own self, right? But I looked at it like, man, I'm the one parked there. I'm the one. So the thing is, the more you put blame on yourself, the more you have more control of your life. If you feel like you got to point a finger at every last situation, then you're gonna be, like I said, it's gonna go back to that victim mentality. That's what the majority of us is getting messed up at. It's because we like, dang, I shouldn't deserve this. I shouldn't do all this stuff. But I mean, we can point fingers all day. We can not take blame all day. But at the end of the day, we only live in our life for ourselves. We the only main ones controlling our life. So what's the point of blaming somebody else when you could try to have full control of your life? That's just what it is. I mean, I know this. I know it hurts sometimes, but people want to bypass that situation. That's the only way we can grow. That's the only way we can heal. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I just look at it, though. So I mean, I know it is a harsh thing. It took me a little minute. The first time when I tried to when I made changes in my life to be more optimistic mentality or be positive, I did say I had to do every last trick, type of habit to be positive and stuff, and then did start off with that. And when I got into it with something, that was my first test. I got into it with one of my family members or whatever, and I'm like, man, and I wanted to blame a situation like, man, I only did that because this person did that. If I wouldn't have did that, but at the end of the day, I'm the one that still made the decision. I'm the one that still reacted off my emotions when I should have had walked away. I'm the one. Just because somebody cussed me out, that don't mean I had to cuss them out back. Because I made that decision. I'm not about to blame somebody else why I cussed them out. People gonna do what they gonna do, but what did I do in the process? That's the thing. So at the end of the day, when you blame yourself or put yourself I mean, put yourself in a situation where you feel like you don't, that give you, and people don't understand is this accountability stuff is real. That give you 100% control of your life. It help you fix things that you slacking at. It help you heal your little triggers that you got. It help you with all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's probably this thing or whatever, but I'm just saying it's like, and that's how I look at it. That's the only way we can grow, though. And just like you said, you sticking with that? I gotta stick with this because, like, at the end of the day, that's how we gonna move, man. We would never be able to grow if it's based off feelings. We just wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? It
I
just
have a
turned to
question for
enabling.
you
That's
though.
just what it is.
I have a question just for your perspective because I
Yep.
respect it. I mean, I understand it. Do you see, so for you, when you see responsibility, you see it conjoined with blame, like as a unified thing? Because for me, I look at them as two separate entities, right? So,
Yeah.
for example, Like that's why I said I can talk about race because I think it can be a little bit easier seen with the race dynamics. So like um, police, for example, when we look at how police engage black people, specifically black men, and you'll often hear people say, well, they shouldn't have moved, they shouldn't have spoke back. Well, you should have just complied. Yes, there are choices people make in instances, but there are also conditions that contribute to how people make certain choices. And then also inside of that, the resulting situation is not necessarily their fault entirely in every situation. Now, there are some
No.
situations where, yeah, you can clearly see where somebody has contributed to the outcome. There are others that are more questionable and kind of, I don't know, yield to more conversation at least, right? Because I've seen too many instances where people have said that about black men. Well, why didn't you just comply when they said so? Well, because he couldn't, because they already started kicking him. Or, it's like it's different things. Or because of how about the triggers and the trauma and conditioning of black people in America? Well, yeah, a lot of people have PTSD when they encounter the police. It's a quick decision. Do I run? Do I stay? Like you're dealing with all of these things. That's why I said, well, choice is even subjective to me in some circumstances. Like if somebody throws you in a lion's den and then said, well, you chose to stay, you didn't, is that really choice? Or did you
Okay.
just, were you forced into a circumstance to make a
So,
limited,
what type of
you know?
advice would you give your kids then, so they don't make the same mistakes? Would you just tell them? Look, because I do understand as an adult, we be feeling like, the reason why I do what I do, because I always think about the kids. So even with, like you said, the police situation, and I keep seeing how many people how they react and fighting the police. Of course, it's not fair. It's fault on both ends, right? But at the end of the day, that's why I keep telling people, and I don't care what people think about that. I still tell them to control what you can. Try to control your mouth. I mean, even though you saying they got PTSD and all this other stuff or whatever, but my thing is like I can't get them. I don't want to call it an excuse, but I just can't. I'm not about to tell my child this. I'm gonna try to tell them the best way. Like, hey, you gotta put your ego to the side, man, because like I want you to come back home. I do. You know what I'm saying? Because these police, they out of hand, and I can't control the police. You know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing about this, but I can only tell my children or the people that's under me or the next person that, hey, you gotta hold yourself because you got to make it home. That's all I'm saying. So I am gonna be like, hey, if you done got beat down or something like that or whatever, like you the one that sat there and snapped, and I can understand if they didn't do anything, but no, I'm gonna just tell them try to comply with the police as best way as you can. From that point, it is what it is on that situation. Who knows, whatever. But I mean, the way I've been seeing it lately is I always been seeing one of our kind want to go back and forth with the police when they couldn't have got avoided. Just take. I mean, get cuffed up and go to court with the situation rather than putting your life on the line. We realize that a lot of these police ain't got it all in the head. So why get them an extra excuse behind the situation because they already ready to pull that. You know what I'm saying? They ready to do that though. So like I said, some of my advice is for the kids too. I mean, I understand the situations we in, but I don't know, man. I just can't.
I
I try to give us
understand. I
best
understand.
control we can. That's all I look at it.
I agree. I agree. There are definitely some circumstances in which you have impacts, right? You have some semblance of control. But I do think, like the dude ski earlier, I get where there are going to be some circumstances where your choice is not related to the outcome of the circumstance, right? So, like over here in Ferguson, when everything was going down with Mike Brown, that culminated from the fact that there were people who actually made the right choice of what people would say was the right choice, and the police didn't care. They were pulling people out of the car, still beating them. And then that's when everybody decided they want to burn down the city. So it's like for me, coming from a different perspective, I've seen where your choice just in living, right, trying to drive to work, trying to drive to school, resulted in situations where people were still treated badly. And they had absolutely no responsibility in the outcome or the situation.
Mm,
What can you say? You made the wrong choice to try to drive to work that day. That's not choice. That's not how I would, I don't know, relate
okay.
choice in those situations, if you know what I'm saying.
Real. So all right, I got you on that. So I'm glad you said that though. So say if it would. So if what would be a solution for you then if you were saying that in the situation because some situations there's just nothing you really can do about it. So what would be the solution you could do? Because all I've been seeing lately, all we doing is complaining. We're not doing anything about it. So what can we do? I want to know
I
like
think you're
what
right.
can we
That's
do
why
in
I say
solutions like that? Huh?
I agree with I said that's why I said I think you're right in that there are going to be situations that are completely within your control, your decision making is going to kind of lend to whatever your outcomes are, whether it be your relationships, whether it be your career, your financial situation, whatever it is. You have a responsibility to make the best choices. But where I just say like that caveat is that there are going to be, even in life, when you make the right choices, bad things will still happen that have nothing
Yeah,
to do with you. Doesn't
I
mean you
feel
have to
you.
blame yourself for them, because people get stuck in the blame cycle as well. I deal with people who really were not responsible for a lot of their situations. I had a gentleman who had went through some severe abuse from a wife who developed mental illness. It wasn't even something that he could foresee. She didn't foresee it. But you can't get stuck in this blame thing, because some people cycle that blame so much they get to the point of where they want to unalive themselves. And so there are going to be situations where you have to recognize that while in life there are going to be some things within your control, there are also things outside of your control that you will have no responsibility to, and you still have to learn how to be resilient and try to cope and work through those things. I think somebody mentioned healing earlier. Those are the things we can talk about. But yeah, if something bad can happen and you have nothing to do with it, it's just life happens.
I want to respond to that real fast. Cause I about and I guess 30 kind of already explained it now in a sense, because I get that there are, I think like, okay, so we understand there are situations that you can't foresee, right? And that's usually something that happens that you have no hand in a sense. I guess it gets kind of tricky within the relationship part, because that is a decision that we choose to stay with regardless of the ramifications involved in it. So I think that's where it's kind of, but I get what you mean, like when it comes to the blame part. Like some people get stuck in the blame cycle. They're blaming themselves for I think the blaming self and taking accountability would in a sense be different to me, because if I'm blaming myself, I'm feeling bad about myself, I'm feeling low, I'm feeling down, I'm because a lot of time when you feel that way, you're looking at the fact that there is a better decision or a better choice you could have made. A lot of times that is where the blame comes from. You feel like it's a better decision you could have made, and then at the same time you feel like this happened to me because I was here, I was wearing this, I was doing that, and all that stuff you'll drive yourself crazy, right? So there's a point where you have to get out of the blame cycle to where, okay, now I get to choose today to be better, to make a better decision, to, get out of my head and out of myself. And although, yeah, I made this choice, I can find ways to now make it better, make it a better situation, or do whatever I can to counteract what I'm feeling, or what happened, what the case is. And then some things you have to just realize, there's nothing I can do about it, but to learn from it and then move forward. And that's where the accountability, I think, comes in, is that all these things may not have been my fault, but that I'm going to take account of whatever part I did play in it. And if I didn't play no part in it, I'll forgive the situation, forgive myself for even thinking these things, and then move forward. But I think sometimes people get stuck in the cycle of like, well, it wasn't my fault, and like I couldn't do anything. And because we get in that mindset of like, well, there's nothing I could do and nothing like that. And then you kind of put that in relationships, and you feel like, well, it had nothing to do with me. It was their fault. They hadn't act like this, and did it. Then you kind of get to that part where you're not really taking accountability of a certain situation. So I think I separate the things that happen that are not foreseen, that we can't do anything about, versus the things that we can do something about, that we do put our hand in, that we do choose to stay in, that we do choose to add extra. What's the word I'm trying to say? Just lost my train of thought. Sorry, my son just came in here. Um, but I think in a sense, like I understand like the concept that y'all are saying, like the blame part, that people can drive themselves crazy from blaming themselves like crazy, but at the same time, there is a different way to look at when we say like accountable for our choices and what we do, so that we can go to the next situation or the next relationship understanding what part we played, so that we don't repeat it by going into it and say, well, shoot, this person but not do me this way, I hope he don't, I'm gonna blame him again. Like, because I have to look at like what happened before, prior, that I could keep from happening in a sense at the next point in time, if that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
How's that?
Hmm. Okay. So what I got out of that, from what I'm listening, and I do feel it. I feel like even that type of person, right? Because it's back to like that double-edged sword though, and it's gonna go back to what I be saying in many lives ago. What I noticed, that only the strong gonna survive. That's just what it is. It's just people that's just and it's sad to say, it's just some people that's just weak. You know what I'm saying? And that they don't really, because it's like some people you could save, and it's like either or they're gonna put themselves in a dangerous situation. It's gonna either be faster or slower sometimes. But with that, right? Even a person that thinks like that, it can go borderline to where they end up having a, like I was mentioning earlier, with the victim mentality, where they destroying themselves because they blaming so dang on much, you know, that they can't even they feel like nothing is to back to self no more. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they don't have no control over their life. Even though I do feel that with the other thing y'all was meaning about the that people can, but I just feel like that's just gonna be that same type of person, because it's like if they already got that mentality, ain't no way they gonna be able to switch from that blaming, and then all of a sudden they like, you know what? Now I'm going to be accountable or something like that, because they already got the weak mentality of laying, if it's my fault, I'm hurting and all that stuff. They already got that mentality. So either way, they just gonna be stuck at that, or some people just gonna stay that way. That's just how it is. So I don't know. I guess it's just a double-edged sword, though. I mean,
But I think that's it's just learning
both
to
of us can be right,
separate.
huh?
I think it's just I just think it's learning to separate things that it's almost like that things you can't control type thing. You like, cause I get what you mean. Like you don't like how do you go from somebody who? Because I know you hear different people have conversations like that. I'm like, well, this person did this, so it wasn't my fault. It wasn't on me, and then you kind of how do you like separate that situation for them understanding it wasn't them to blame versus them taking that mindset to other relationships and
Right.
thinking that they have no
Yeah.
part to play in keeping from things happening or being in certain situations versus just thinking like, well, if something happens, I get to find somebody to blame versus seeing what part I can play in not experiencing that, but and then
Yeah.
saying it still
I
sounds
feel that's rare. That's
yeah,
rare to just
that just
switch
sounds
from that
hurtful.
type of mentality. Like, you know what? Okay, now I'm gonna know what accountability is. Cool. Yeah, I don't think it works like that. It's people that and they grow with that too. Like they can be to their grave with that situation. It's just they just like that either way. You know what I'm saying? I feel like even if a person is going, if they got that mentality where they gonna take they, what you sad to say, if they gonna take themselves out, they gonna do it regardless. They gonna either do it or not. It's like, I mean, I know with some situations we can't try to talk them out, right? But some people, it's like
Man,
you could talk them out, but it's some people that you could try to talk them out. They might be good for the day, but you can't watch them for 24 hours and they gonna stay that way. You know what I'm saying? They still have another option to take themselves out again and stuff. So it's like it's only so much we can do. You know, it's only so much you can. It's so much, man. I don't even know how to put it though, but.
just take yourself out. If you gonna do it, shut up and do it. Shit. Be all this.
He's a
Don't be all.
hardcore
I'm
version.
gonna kill myself, nigga. Do it. Do it. Do it. I ain't trying to say you do it. Just take yourself out, man. I ain't tripping. Crazy ones. Boy, folks be weak as hell. Stop being so doggone weak.
Man. But it's like, yeah, you can't save everybody. That's one thing I noticed, though. You just can't save everybody. All we can do is really try. You know, I do understand some people you. I guess it's some people you got to baby sometimes because it's just they be people in your family and stuff. I understand that though, but it just depends on the situation, because I do have people in my family like that. But I feel like if it's something serious, I can't baby them when I know it's affecting their life or they about to dang near be on the edge. I got to be straightforward, even if it hurt their feelings and stuff. Because I have some sensitive people that I know in my family and stuff, and I try to hold my tongue until I feel like I don't need to from that point, until I have to speak up and stuff, because I've seen a lot, and I seen that they've been dragging the same lifestyle since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing the same exact thing, so nobody has never you know checked them on it, because some people will just straight up grow up that way, don't know why they're going through what they're going through, because they never took the time to check themselves, or nobody really. Some people probably have talked to them though, but they probably ain't get talked to, because everybody got to get talked to different angles. I do believe everybody is a puzzle. You know what I'm saying? I do believe everybody is a puzzle. Like some people, it take four pieces for them to understand or connect with you. Some people, it might be 100 pieces. Some of them might be 1,000 pieces, and some of them just like you just dust. You ain't gonna never connect. Or they might have to go to the grave with their situation. But I do feel like yeah, we all like puzzles in a way. Some people are just two pieces. Oh, I can get you off rip. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So it's just like I said, and I came to reality that you just can't save everybody. So at the end of the day, I can't say nobody right is wrong. I do feel like some people need to get coddled all their life. I'm not gonna be that person. That's just not me because I feel like I focus on more of motivating. I'm a motivator and stuff. I told myself I'm gonna be that. So I gotta hit people at an angle where forget your feelings. We got to make it happen, and the people that's gonna get on board is gonna get on board, and they gonna be thankful for it. You know what I'm saying? Because especially I've been on this platform. I done helped so many people out. I done lost so many friends at the same time, but at the end of the day, I feel like enabling is more dangerous than anything. I just can't do it. I can't do the baby and stuff because I've seen it all my life. Actually, this is how the world is operating. Is off enabling. Oh, love your body and all this other stuff or whatever. That's all enabling and stuff. I'm not. I can't. I got to do things different. I feel like our world is failing because of enabling. Because we're trying to save the weak. You know what I'm saying? Because like, why? I mean, I'm not saying that I mean, a lot of us is weak though. I'm just saying, but it's some people that just don't care to even save themselves. And it's some people, I'd rather say the people that's trying to save themselves, that's in the middle ground. You know what I'm saying? That's what I got to really focus my energy on. Because if a person not saving up, I'm not about to waste my whole energy. I just can't do it. That's just a waste of time because at the end of the day, them the same one that's going to drag everybody else down the rest of their life, and people just fall for it. They get manipulated with it and all that stuff. It's just I be seeing that stuff. So I don't know. I can't. I'm not saying that, but I just grew out of that. Just enabling. I can't do it. I just see it too much. I mean, I feel like people. I mean, it's a purpose behind it, but then again, I feel like that's never gonna make. It's not gonna push our world forward at all. It's just not. It really ain't. It's just not. Everybody, I mean, once a person is stuck being baby, they gonna be stuck that way, and that's gonna be a waste of energy. And people gonna see that is enabling a person that's not even trying to change their life, and you're gonna realize and when you could be focused on somebody that can actually uplift this, or help the community, right? We be talking about the community so much and stuff, rather than help crybabies. I just can't do it, man. I ain't got the energy for it, and it's just that's a waste. But yeah, nah, I'm done. Anybody got anything? Oh, y'all whoever want to answer the bonus? Don't be scared.
Dang, everybody done quieted up and everything. Like
Mm,
Uh-uh.
that's tough.
Okay.
Well,
She was
I'll let you
feeling.
go, Bunny.
And I was looking at the last thing. Do you feel like you're limited in life and why? I do not feel like I'm limited in life. I feel like I am in complete control of my life. I'm capable, and well, I'm more than capable of doing absolutely anything that I want to do. It's just me giving 100%, right?
work,
And I feel that way about everybody. Even with any obstacles, it's up to you to overcome those obstacles and go after exactly what you want. Like my man. Um, and then like I mean, yeah, you're in complete control of your life. You are.
facts, facts, facts. Uh, let's go back with Sergi. Hey, after everybody done dropped. I know I ain't been talking that long. But Sergi, you there? Man, y'all make people fall asleep. Dang, Rage, you there?
Well, I mean, you do have a relaxing voice, so don't blame that on yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I fell asleep yesterday and all everybody was talking. So,
I was just yelling in his
hey,
mic. How the heck everybody fell asleep? I'm yelling in the mic.
because some people fall asleep in loud environments, and some people fall asleep in quiet environments. That's just the way they gain sleepiness. But I could say, am I? Do I feel like there's a limit to me? I'm gonna say 50-50 because for one, I have a sickness, and the sickness take a toll on me,
Yeah,
and it kind of stopped me from doing the things that I really do want to do. But at the same time too, that came as a situation for me, and then as I'm sitting and I'm thinking about other things, I
Okay.
noticed that I can change certain things about me that will allow that will work with me. Therefore, the motivation thing, I'm a motivator. You feel me? I feel like I like to motivate people. I like my words, and then people also tell me they like the way I speak and my voice is being relaxed and soothing and everything. And so I just took that to accountability, and I actually put that to work more than. So if I wanted to be an actor and everything, I put my motivation out more than I would put my me wanting to be an actor and everything, which is me. I'm still working on that because I can also screenwrite and screenplay write and whatever, and I can sell that and also accumulate abundance from it. But at the same time too, I would rather sit up here all day and motivate everybody and no one post it. I would rather them hear me like in a live or something like that, and people really understand what I'm saying and they don't try to take it as okay, I know what you're saying. Like it's just like I don't write my motivational speeches. It just comes from my soul. That's just where it comes from. My soul is infinite, and so when
Hmm.
I speak from that place that is literally a home to everybody who feel like they can't do a lot, and so I help them with that, and it makes me feel good because they also tell me that it's good. Thank you. Your voice is soothing. It allowed me to learn a lot more about myself and who I am, and I should do a lot more with it, which I am doing. I'm in a works of doing something. So I feel like I'm not really limitless. I'm not really limited. I could, if one problem come up, you find a way to solve that problem, or you could get around it, put it off for a little bit, and then you could come back to it once you completed the thing that you say you wanted to be, and people gave you the opportunity to change. That's basically what I feel about that.
Hmm. I'm glad you made me think. I gotta go on another rant now.
Go ahead.
Cause I think it made me think more about this, man. And you right about the motive. I feel like that we do need more motivators out here, and it depends on what they getting motivated about. Um, because I feel like this world is freaking soft. It's too freaking soft, and it's getting softer as the years go by. That's the reason why we can't say anything, do anything, and that's the only reason why I got stuff against just enabling in general, right? Because it's getting this junk is getting it, and I know we're not blinded to this stuff because it's like we is living in a world where it's all about protecting feelings more than protecting people's lives, man. And this junk is sad, man. Okay, so question. Yeah, I just feel like it's getting sad, man. And we need more tougher people, man. We need more survivors, man, not victims. You know what I'm saying?
Kevin
Because we somehow
Samuels
everybody,
and
huh?
we need more Kevin Samuels and Rashad Jamals,
Back. I feel that
because
too. I feel that.
we don't have none anybody that try to copy the same things that Rashad Jamal and Kevin Samuels do. They don't understand that there's a lot of people when you speak, there's a lot of people who will listen, and then there's a majority who won't. And the ones that do, they don't preach everything. They just give you bits and pieces of it and have you confused. No, that's not the whole point of Kevin Samuels. He really want women to actually look at who they are and find it deep in themselves to not only just want a person for money. And then Rashad Jamal, he don't want to see us beings as being put down all the time. He want us to be high in spirit and to know who we are on the inside, and when he speak, he will speak to you aggressively, not because oh he just want to be aggressive. No, he speak aggressively because that's what we need. A lot of people who will talk and be like, yeah, you need to do this, with a soft tone. when you give it an aggressive tone, people tend to listen more, and that's
Or
why
run
they do
away.
what they
Okay.
do.
Okay. So I'm so happy that you guys touched bases on that. So what's the difference between Rashad and Kevin Samuels and what Brandon did yesterday? It's the exact same thing. But he kind of got bashed for his tone. But wasn't he being forward? Wasn't he speaking his mind? But some people did take offense to what was said because of how he said it.
Good disrespect.
But
And
isn't that
okay,
the same thing as
Yeah, I
Kevin
don't do
Samuels? Well, we
disrespect on
look
here. That's the
similar.
difference. So,
okay, so when you just asked that
because you tell
question,
somebody they need a suck or something and all this other stuff, that's a
Oh,
whole
that's
nother
what he
thing.
said?
Yeah,
Oh, I
right.
didn't hear
It
that
was
part.
something
I
like
didn't
no,
hear
that he
that.
said
see
about that.
that
I
part,
didn't even hear that. I didn't
that
hear that.
part, no, I
Never
don't condone
mind.
no negativity or nothing or whatever. But the difference between Kevin Samuels, Kevin Samuels is for people who just living in the moment and living in the now, and sometimes in the future. But Rashad Jamal, he has been here. His soul has reincarnated as the being that he is, the indigenous person that he is, and he's telling people about their history and where they actually came from instead of what the government said about them and what the government implanted in their heads. He allowed people to go back and do their own research on the history and why the mountains look like animals that like planets, giants, like all of that is they don't understand why it looks like that. They just say, "Oh, uh, this was just already here before we came here," and they don't understand that there was life before us on this planet, not just us. And he get deep. He's more spiritually than he is like in the now. He want everybody to eat fruits and vegetables and nuts and everything because it's healthier. It's a healthier side, and it also opens up your pineal gland, and you become far more smarter than you are now. You have yeah you gonna face some demons. That is completely true, but you know how to when your pineal gland is open, and that's basically the difference between Kevin Samuels and Rashad Jamal. Kevin Samuels don't
Okay.
really speak with an aggressive tone like that. He speak more so softly, but at the same time, Rashad Jamal, he gonna give you that aggressive outlook on life and have you to go deep into your history and learn where you came from and learn why everything is happening the way it's happening, and people understand that way.
Oh no, I wasn't asking about the difference between those two. I'm sorry. I was referring to something else.
Yeah, he was, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had caught it. Yeah, I caught it.
But no, no. Yeah, I get it. I didn't hear all of what was said yesterday. But okay. I digress.
I digress. I digress. So, oh yeah, and I wanted just to finish up, man, how soft this stuff is getting, man, how this world getting, and it's like we got a blind eye to it, and we're not seeing that it's making this world worse, getting softer. Cause it's like I swear our ancestors will be toe up to see how soft we is, man. I mean, they was actually a lot of them was already was victims actually, you know what I'm saying? But we got the victim mentality. We stole the part and they didn't have it, right? They was the ones that they was tougher. They didn't let little words. They was getting called the N word and all type of stuff, but they still made stuff happen. We get called the N word. We want to sit here and post it on there. I can't believe that happened. Let's make this viral and all this stuff. Like we too soft now. I don't get how y'all don't see how soft people is to be, and it's crazy. That's why I can care less about feelings. I really do. I really don't. I mean, I just don't. You know what I'm saying? Because this stuff ain't getting nowhere. Like, imagine if we was negotiating feelings back then when we was trying to get free. You know what I'm saying? And you got to make sure you talk to the, forget all that junk. Forget all that. That's what I'm saying. If
But
we don't see that this world getting softer and softer and see what the problem is at, this junk is crazy.
but you know why though? It's because we've become spoiled. That's what it
Oh,
is.
there go the word.
Spoiled and
Thank you.
sheltered. Spoiled and sheltered. So
Almost proposed, almost. It's just.
and
I
But no.
well, yeah, that's the word for sure, though, for sure. Yup. Yup.
So it's like, and it's also because of like the newer generation. Like now, we as parents, we say, "Oh, I want to give my child everything I never had." So we
Right.
shelter our kids because we want better. So now, when they're in the world, they can't become acclimated to their environment because they've been sheltered for so long. So they cry about it all.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to be more real with our children. Like,
Facts.
racism isn't gonna go away. Um, nothing, none of it's going away. It's not. If anything, it's getting worse. So, okay.
Preach. Preach.
I say social media made people softer. I think
That. Yeah.
what initially happened, like if you think about it, like the reason being over, I call it over therapized, right? But we're saturated in therapeutic terminology, emotions, feelings. Everything's about your feelings and emotions
Yep.
and PTSD and trauma. And we did it so much that we almost diminished what it really means. And it really just made people float around in their mess and their traumas and their sorrows and feelings to the
Yep.
extent of, to me, it's unhealthy. But
Yeah.
also, it created opportunity for people to step outside of themselves. Think about a bunch of people mentally unstable, right? Because they haven't worked through some things. They all kind of gravitate towards the same place and then kind of collide, right? So you have this platform where everybody's able to the trauma dump, tell all their business. There's all this conflict. People talking crazy in ways that they would never do in their real life. People
Facts.
creating personas, all of these things. And I think it really has impacted or stagnated socialization skills and even mental processing, right? Cognition, understanding to the point where you see what we may call soft. People just are unhinged and don't have control of their emotions. Everything hurts. Everybody's the desensitization is gone, right? So it's just the sensory and sensitivity to everything is heightened. Every
Mm.
little word, every little thing is a trigger now. I say that didn't happen till social media. We knew how to cope in the 90s. I'm just saying.
Yep. Yep. Um, I feel like for Wayne wanted to say something up there.
Hi, KB. No, I was gonna say, I was just like, you guys are right as far as like where it started from. Like you said back then, it was where everybody has to like fend for themselves or how the world was. But I think because of all the trauma and things that people had to endure, with all that, people became more protective, right? Like Ebony was saying, people became more protective and more protective. Like you said, makes you more sheltered, makes you more spoiled because they're trying to give you compensate for you not going out and doing other things. So they're giving you what you want inside, and then it goes to like now we're amongst each other a lot. So now it's like, okay, now you got more say, because you need to, you know what I'm saying, we didn't get to have a voice like that. So that's why I think when it comes to how we evolve, there's um, a certain level of sternness, discipline that still has to be, even with having more freedom, if that makes sense. And then a sense of responsibility in certain things. And it's all those little things that come together that still has to be a part so that you're not looking at everything. Because when you focus too much on the feelings, like Sergio said, you focus too much on the feelings part, that, and I say this before too, anything you focus on more is what will overcome, like is what will immerse you, in other words.
Right.
If I focus, if I focus on this, and this gives me more results or more attention, and people are more attention driven, and I'm going to do anything
Facts.
to get the attention. And I know if I make talk about a story or create a story or tell a story, whatever the case is, and then I'm going to expect, because I have created this world around me that every person is supposed to understand me and hear me and respect me, even if I don't have to, because I'm hurt, and I've learned that hurt people get more respect, even if they can scream, they can be upset, and they don't have to be accountable for how they feel and how they treat other people, even if they're hurt. And I think that has a lot to do with how people feel like I can hurt you, but you don't get to do it to me, type
Right.
thing. So it's just part of it, though.
Okay.
Oh, I want to
Next.
speak on that too. because it was I still have the video on my page where um Alter was saying like for like women who feel like men shouldn't be hitting them, she was basically saying that if a woman feels has the balls enough to hit men, then men should delete all their feelings and hit you back, since it's not okay for men to hit women. And I was like, a woman will literally manipulate you so bad to the point where it's like no matter what they do to you, they will never ever never allow a man to put their hands on you. But the fact that you can just get up, walk over to that man just because y'all arguing, you put your hands on him and he don't do nothing to you, and so he don't do nothing back. So you continue to put your hands on him, and then when he really get fed up and he put his hands on you because he's defending himself, now you're mad. Now you want to go and blame. You want to go and say, "Oh, he hit me. He did this and that." Now you're just blaming it on him because you are the actual aggressor. And a lot of men do not record it to put it on social media, but now is happening a lot more, so that they see from the man's point of view that they didn't do anything. And it's crazy that women do that, because then they feel like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get away with it. Oh, I'm gonna put charges on him because he put hands on me. No, it don't work like that. When you're the aggressor in a situation and you feel like it's okay to put your hands on somebody else, especially when they put their hands on you, then what you expect somebody to do? To just sit there and just allow you to hit them? No, that's not what's happening at all. These are real people with real feelings. They hurt because you have the balls to put your hands on me, but then when I do it back to you, now I'm the one who's either going to jail or I'm getting charges put on me because I put my hands back on you. And that's why I don't like when women do that, because they'll make you feel like you don't deserve nothing, anything at all, and they shut men down. And that's why men like kind of like don't talk to women that much, or don't put their feelings out, or don't say nothing, and they just play the game and zone out of the world because the world is too harsh to them, to the fact that they just don't want to do anything at all. That's what I gotta say to what Alter was saying.
Mm.
I agree.
What? Did he just say he agree with her stuff? Yeah, I agree. I agree with what I agree with. What you said it was something you was trying to do before the night was over.
Oh, she wanna play Would You Rather.
Was the
It's basically like you pick two different things and then you say, would you rather
oh,
do
okay.
this or do that?
I
Like
thought
you
I was
gotta
like
pick
that
one.
sound like never have I ever. I'm like, whoa, no.
No, never have I
Yeah,
ever
we're not
is
playing
the
that.
No,
actions,
right. That's
because
I think I mixed it up. So I was like, what the heck?
that right there will be
Yeah, right.
a
Yeah. But yeah, what you
crazy
was?
segment.
Okay, so it smells. Why does it smell like? Hold on.
Yes, I will. So okay, supposed to even answer.
Is Jabri still in here? Because she disagreed with me with what I was saying.
She was wearing a lot of stuff, but I don't think she was saying that. I don't think she was coming up on the rough
She
side.
said yes. I'm
I'm
here.
sorry. Did I miss anything, you guys? I'm so sorry. The
No,
rapture.
you
You missed the
good.
rapture.
Yeah, you should.
You missed the rapture. No, um,
No.
hold on.
Do y'all know
Oh,
who Triads
I
is?
did
Oh,
have a thought after Rage's comment though.
oh,
Um, I was gonna follow up, but then I got pulled away from the phone for a moment. Okay, so with that being said, I do agree with the young lady, and I do agree with a lot of other women because, as I stated last night, I have two young men that I'm raising as kings, and I speak to them, and I speak clearly, and I have semi-adult conversations with them because they're not babies, right? They're older. They're not babies. So I do plant that seed that, hey, don't put your hand on women. You respect women. They know to call, ladies, women queens. They understand that. But as I told them, if a female has the audacity to put their hands on you, if you cannot walk away from the situation, you lay her ass out.
Out
And
Mm.
completely.
then you call me and I'll lay her ass out again.
And then
But there is
call your sisters and have them lay her ass out again. You feel me? It's a
yeah, like
repeating
I
cycle.
don't condone putting your hands on a person, period. It doesn't matter what your gender is. If you're bold enough as a woman to put your hands on a man that does nothing but respect you, because you have a lot of men that are DV victims as well. They
Mm-hmm.
just don't talk about it.
Right.
Because they're never gonna have that how do I say this? They not gonna be satisfied with the outcome because they know even if they was to say something,
They don't have the same
you
support.
got people saying, "Oh, you're a man. You can't be violated by a woman." Like men get y'all don't understand. Men get R-worded, and then they come out and say, it, "Oh, be a man. You can't get R worded by a woman." Like, what are you saying? So you saying if you had a baby boy and you had a best friend and you gone and your baby is in his crib, then your best friend goes in the room and R-word him. You saying he can't get R-worded? That doesn't make no sense. Like people do things and they don't and and say things that don't make sense at all. And so men get terrified at speaking on something that happened to them because they really not gonna get support from it at all.
Yeah, they don't get the same support and they're embarrassed because the world makes it seem like you're weak. You're weak. And that's not the case. And that's why I say it all the time. Me talking, I want my man to feel vulnerable enough to be able to come and talk to me and cry on my shoulder. Let me know how you're feeling. You're still a man, but I understand that you have emotions that you have to deal with. I know this world is rough for men.
It's a cold
I
world
get
we live
that.
in.
That's crazy.
Tone, what's the word?
All right, come put your head on my shoulders, baby. Come cry. Let's talk. What do you need from me? I got you. I'm gonna make sure before you leave the house you have a fed belly, a full belly. We're gonna pray together. Call me once you get to your destination, and call me once you're leaving, cause I'm gonna make sure you good.
Amen. Preach, sister. Still though, I better be invited to the wedding because you know what I'm saying.
Right. I'm weak, sister.
Yeah. So
He said, Amen. I'm dead. She said what she said. Yes, ma'am. Okay, oh yeah, I gotta put these. I gotta get some more candles.
I'm ready when y'all ready with the
Where
Okay,
all
game.
would
the
you rather
people
be
go?
3 feet? Would you rather be 3 feet tall or 6 feet? or 8 feet?
3 feet
Uh,
taller, 8 feet. What the?
Yeah, you have to choose one. 3 feet tall or 8 feet?
I no. Hear me out. I would rather be 8 feet. Why? Because the height that I'm at is always called too short. But like if I was tall,
You tall to tall too.
you feel me?
Mm.
Of course I can't walk in the house and not hit my head, but like you feel me? I ain't never had that type of height before, so I'm gonna be out of my
Man,
mind
that
with that
is
type of
hard.
height.
I'll
That's gonna be
be
fun.
because the way the world is. I'd rather be 8 feet.
Oh
I
my
ain't about to
God,
be. I
So,
ain't about to keep
women,
on getting thumped
cause
around. I can't defend myself.
Oh.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
I'd rather
Some
bump
short
my
people,
head than somebody bump my head.
some short people, some short people can fight,
Yeah, that's funny.
but then against us tall ones, you feel me? Say we 8 feet tall and we get a girl that's 5 feet and she can't reach the top of the refrigerator.
Right. Wait a minute. Not so much on the
Hey,
short people. Not too
hey, can you get
much.
this
Not
for
too
what you
much.
mean? Hold on. First, I think we need to put y'all in our world for a minute, okay? Because when y'all are short, that's freaking beautiful, and then y'all thick too. God just gave you a blessing for tall men,
That's when he hit us
okay?
again. I just what I heard.
Short women to us is amazing, okay?
No,
Amazing. No matter what, y'all could say, "Oh my gosh, I hate my." We do not care about that
we do not.
because guess what we're gonna do?
How
We're gonna
tall are
lift
both of
y'all up,
y'all
put y'all on
anyways?
our weight,
Uh,
and we're gonna have fun.
I'm five. I'm five.
5 what?
she had to clear her throat for that one.
Be who you wanna be. Be who you
How
wanna
tall are you,
be.
fool? Wayne?
But yeah, I would rather
If
be tall
if
because
Ebony 5 feet, then I'm 6'9".
Oh wow.
Nuh-uh. I'm 5'1". I'm 5'1".
dang,
Yeah, I'm short.
you giving my boy all the things he need to know. You know what I'm saying? Continue.
No, how the freak you keep going back to? Oh man.
This is insane.
Hey, I'm just going on what you said already. You know what I'm
How
saying?
tall are you, Rage, and how tall are you, Alter?
I am. I'm short. I'm not gonna hold you.
Never tell a girl.
I feel like that's kind of disrespectful to ask a man his height. If you get it, you get it. Every
I'm
time
gonna
you ask
skip
a
you.
nah, chill. Ain't no skipping over here, okay? I am 5'6".
Okay. Next one is
Calm down,
I, well,
sir.
I'm 6 even. You 5'11". Oh, Jen, I got you about
oh,
1 inch.
you 6 foot. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 even. Yeah.
Huh?
I feel like tall people need to fight me. I'm not gonna lie. I wanna challenge my abilities to reach somebody's face with my fists.
She ain't
Oh,
lying. She 4'11". She ain't 5'11". Say no.
4'11". 4'11" is a goddess height. I'm
She
not gonna
said she
lie.
made the stallion around here.
Not even. I don't like Megan Thee Stallion.
I think she 5'11" too. Maybe. Or she 5'9". I don't know. I think she 5'11".
I don't like Megan Thee Stallion at all.
I don't like her personality. I like her rap.
I don't like the way she traumatized this generation.
My oldest daughter is 6. And then, oh, okay, so y'all just all tall around here. Okay. I hear you.
So when you gonna
How
put it back?
tall is the daddy? Or you the tall? Or you the tall one?
Huh? I'm not gonna take it. What I'm thinking for? My son won't let me be great. Okay, y'all. I gotta confess this out there.
6'5". Oh my.
Who's 6'5"?
Her dad.
Who's 6'5"?
They daddy.
Oh, the guy. Oh,
And
okay. Too talking.
they
Too
about to have
talking.
some giants ass kids.
Not for real, for real.
Oh
I
God,
think
they gonna be having to look up to their own kids. Like your kids supposed to look up to you, not you look up to your kids.
Nah, both my parents looking up to me.
That's tough.
would you rather share?
My dad 5'9", my mama 5'3".
Oh, 5'3".
I don't know where my height came from. I'm in up 6 even.
I wish my daddy
And my
was
sister
tall
5'3" or 5'2",
and I took on
5'3".
his genes. But my daddy did have a son that
So your
blessed
dad
me.
was 6'5". Okay.
I wish my dad
Okay.
was a little bit taller, but
All
I
right,
mean
what's
his
the other
shortness
question?
came with a blessing too. So I'm not gonna lie. got a real blessing I'm carrying around. Make my back hurt.
Pause.
Yes, indeed, pause. My bad, I forgot to pause.
I'm trying to ignore it. Can somebody ask the next question, man? About to get booted. What the heck are you talking about?
Chill, we not booting people over here. Spider-Man.
Ain't that many women in this box for that.
I mean, hey.
Okay, I guess I'll ask one then, because everybody, I think she was cussing somebody out in the background, didn't I think? Oh, not everybody
Would
want
you
to
rather
ask
find?
What are we doing? What
Would
are
you
we
rather
doing?
find? Would
Oh,
you rather find your
She,
passion or the love of your life?
My passion.
mm, mm,
I mean, even
mm.
though it get lonely at the
Passions
top,
change, though, so
but
I
yeah,
picked the love of my life.
the love.
I picked the love of my life.
Find your
Yeah,
dream while you find your
passions
passion.
change.
Thank you, Spider.
Huh?
right. Me
You
too.
said what?
I said, what if you find the love of your life while you searching for love?
Spider-Man, I apologize. I mean,
Thank
apologize.
you.
What? I appreciate it. What the heck is coming out of my mouth right now?
Good look, Spidey. That's my bro.
Which
Thank
Spider-Man are you? Tom
you.
Holland, Andrew Garfield, or Tobey Maguire? Which one are you?
Toby.
Or Miles Morales?
Toby. I thought you was doing the either or thing.
Oh no, that was whatchamacallit.
Did y'all answer love of your life? Yeah. What?
Oh, I said
Yeah,
passion.
I
Love of
said
my life.
love of my life. I think my passion changed. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep, I'm about to be lonely at the top. You know what I'm saying? Looking down at
You going for your passion?
everybody. Yeah, I'm going for my passion. I found my passion
Okay.
already, but like, it is what it is. You feel me? Women change, so they change.
No,
Like,
that's the love of my life.
hey,
Ebony.
I mean, you never
That's the
know.
love of my life. That's not my.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
What'd you say, Ebony? I missed you. Sorry.
I said the love of my life.
Okay, okay. Would you rather it be summer forever or winter forever? And I would definitely have to say winter. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm
Summer.
saying,
It
Mm.
just
Summer.
depends
I'm
on
saying
like how
summer.
hot it
I
is, but
like winter.
I like
I
wintertime.
like. Huh? Oh,
Nah,
I like the
was.
winter because I like to warm up. I don't like to be hot, but I see what winter do to you. So I gotta pick something. 'Cause
Yeah,
I gotta drive. I hate driving in snow and sliding and ice and all that stuff. Man, I'm good on that.
I'm picking summer. And
I'm
guess
picking
what?
summer.
City boys outside. You know what
And your
I'm
car messed up
saying?
so much in the winter.
But then again, your car can mess up
Frozen
in the
dogs outside.
summer too. Frozen dogs.
Better than a hot
Frozen
dog.
dog. I saw this one video of it being winter. It was like 3 feet of snow or whatever, and then they let the animals out, and as soon as they stepped out,
Frozen
they
pipes. Man, that's so much
turned
bad stuff.
right around. I was like, nah, I'm not going outside today. Good luck with that.
But I think they didn't answer yet. What would you pick anyways, Ray?
I picked summer.
You pick summer, okay, yeah, I'll pick summer too.
City boys out. You know what I'm
I like winter.
saying?
So, okay, this is not like I know we're gonna. I think I know what you all gonna say, but either way, would you rather have an intelligent partner?
Did Ebony go?
Oh, did you say what, Ebony? I think you said
A
summer.
perfect, a perfect summer day. We're
Yeah.
talking
You said summer.
70, 75.
So three for summer, sweet.
Oh, okay. We can pick.
Okay, it sounded real mad at it.
We
Oh,
can pick
okay.
the weather. Okay. Well, I mean, winter of 60 degrees. Okay.
Winter is not even a real season for real.
Leave winter alone. Anyway. Um.
He got the salt going up there. You gonna need it.
Yeah,
You gonna
exactly.
need
I
it
got
that winter
plenty of
with that
salt.
salt.
I got plenty of salt for the winter. Thank you. Would you would you rather have an intelligent partner or a good looking partner?
Intelligent.
Intelligent.
Yeah, I could go for intelligent because
Right, do we
Man,
gonna
but a fat booty,
I
man, that
can't
do something. But yeah,
I
he
can't
intelligent,
be
yeah.
yeah.
I can't be the only
I'm
goofy
good.
crazy one, you know what I'm saying? I want
I
my
take it. That's
partner to
it.
teach me some things.
Right, exactly. I knew we all kind of say
We
that.
all on that, so we all intelligent around here. Okay, let's get it.
Okay, would you rather be able to fly or be able
I
to
want to be able to eat what you eating. What the heck?
Huh? If my girl intelligent, I'm eating her. I don't care. Pause. Wait.
Oh, you
TikTok, don't
finally
take it
let it out, huh?
down.
You finally got it out, huh?
I ain't
I'm
getting
glad it
nothing
was
out.
this
What you
live we get to
mean?
hear it on.
Why you
They
calling
been messing with
me?
me all this time. It's my turn. Now say no.
Why you coming for me? Ain't really much to say though. All I say is my
You ain't
partner
gotta say
intelligent.
too much. All right. What's the next question? Oh, she over there eating her granola and shit. It tasted so good she had to mute. It's too late. We heard it already. Well, real crunchy too.
To be able, hold on. Would you rather the ability to change the past or see into the future?
Oh my gosh. I
Oh
don't
wow, the
want to.
future, because my past is what made me who I am today. Yeah. So I wouldn't change anything about my past.
That's scary. Can I pick a neither? Can I pick
I
neither?
want. Okay, I wouldn't
Because I
want
don't
to.
want to see into my future. That's scary. I
I
gotta see when I'm about to unalive and stuff.
well, I don't think you can see. Well,
But
you
you'll have
can
the
see,
ability to make changes.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mm.
but that's the thing though, because even
Persuasive.
if
That voice got me to a little bit almost. Let me see.
say we go back and we have the opportunity to change our past, we just creating something a different timeline for our lives. So if somebody was to go back and change their past, they wouldn't be the person that they are today.
Yeah,
You
I can't
feel
change my
me?
past. That's one thing for sure. I was for sure on that, but I just was thinking about how scary that future is. But I'm
And
gonna
then
go for the future. Then I'm gonna go for it.
yeah, I won't
I can't do the
like
past.
see in the future to the point where it's like I want to see the end of time. I would rather like just have a glimpse, like flashes, like my dreams and
I
what
think we
happened
get to
in the
pick our
future.
fur too,
That
though. So
basically what is yeah. So into the future,
I'm
I'll
gonna
pick
look
that
at
one.
like I'm gonna look at about 2 minutes in my future.
As if I look into the future and I'm surrounded by big booty retarded women, I mean,
Oh, don't
are
take it serious.
women.
Drop and
Uh,
come back. Drop and come back. Drop and come back.
I'm sorry, TikTok. Don't ban me.
Drop and come back.
Baby, now. Who
I'm
y'all so
telling you,
scared?
TikTok about to be whooping it.
Drop and give him 20. Drop and give it 20. There you
Yep,
go.
there you
20
go. He done
seconds.
messed it up. Then it messed
20
up the
seconds.
juice.
Come back up. Ooh, okay. Would you rather? I ain't gonna ask Ebony. Ebony, you skip this one. Wait. Okay. Would you? Okay. Would you rather? Damn, okay. Would you rather dominate or be dominated?
Ooh,
Ebony mute.
I have the answer.
Dominate. That'd be kind of not right if it was the opposite way. What you expect a man? How you think a man was gonna answer that one? That's weird.
I said Ebony, thank you. Ebony, you know why I said
I like to dominate.
it.
I'm not
Mm-mm.
gonna lie.
I like to dominate too, but nah, not absolute.
It's a wrestling match.
I'm about to take away a whole fight.
I'm
Okay.
dominating. I'm sorry.
No
I'm.
WWE.
I will tie all her limbs. I will tie all her limbs to the bed, so she cannot do anything. You feel me? If we gonna do this, yeah, all your limbs is being tied up. Cause for one, I'm very passionate about the person that I choose. So therefore, you
You
feel
tied them
me?
up to be passionate. What type of stuff is
Oh,
that?
Man, I
trust
got
me.
some strong ass teeth. Let me let you know that.
Oh,
I
trust me. You not if it's not even gonna be like
Who says that?
it's not gonna be.
They did catch me off guard. And my teeth over here hurting because I just left the dentist.
I thought you know what?
Just
I
thinking
pulled
about
away
that.
for a minute, but no, I got some strong
If you
teeth.
could
Right.
if you could bite
That came
metal
from. That's a
and
lot of
break
biting
it,
come out of.
Ebony
if you
played too
can
much.
So she was
if you can break
put that
if
rope
you
right
can
there.
bite metal and break it, you got it. Respectfully. But like
Let, wait,
You
chill,
will
chill,
not shut
chill.
my mouth. That's all they what they did.
all I'm saying is the neighbor's gonna know my name.
Come on,
See,
young
listen,
buck.
I'm a person that likes to. I'm different when it comes to bedroom. Like, I am not gonna lie to you. I am not for the weak. I am not for the weak. I'm one of those people where I would choke you, pin you to the wall, whether you are a male or a female. I like,
You see
I'm
why
the
I told
type of
Evan to
person.
mute? I do.
Right.
Well,
I'm the type of person that like to be hanging from the ceiling fan. I want that shit to spin. We
ceiling
finna figure it
fan.
out. Yes.
Oh, you a whole
Chandelier,
different type of
ceiling
different. What
fan.
the
I want to watch my spirit walk out the window. I
what?
am like, I'm hanging upside down on the bed. Yes, it's about to be, yeah.
Oh, y'all about to be intergalactic the way
Intergal
you speaking.
range over. Okay.
They about to
She
be
said,
hanging
AKA
from the
Hope. Okay.
stars.
Would you rather have a
My
full
celibate ears can't take.
Oh, that celibacy ain't gonna go
Yes,
far with
the
with
images. Okay.
Missy or
Would you
down there.
rather have a full blown mustache for a year or a permanently hairy legs for 10 years?
Go ahead and get that mustache going.
I mean, this is easy for the guys.
My
Full,
beard
but it's
about
Yeah.
to
like full
be.
blown. They mean like real
I'm
thick.
about to be. I'm about to be kicking my beard as I walk.
Dang, I'm gonna have to go with the hairy
Shit.
legs. The mustache ain't gonna
That
happen.
big hairy leg having. Ooh.
I'm sorry, but I ain't doing no
Right.
mustache. We ain't doing that.
Just imagine you take everything's all smooth at the top and stuff, and it's only
That's okay. It's gonna be some braided up
it's gonna
legs.
be a squatch,
It's gonna be some braided up
Sasquatch.
legs. They're gonna be braided
a
up though.
Sasquatch, and not the soap.
Well, I tell you one thing, wintertime you gonna be cozy.
Right.
Ugh,
Oh my
that's
god.
nasty. You made me picture
Oh,
that. That's nasty.
I didn't think
Hey,
about
Rubbing, try to
It's
picturing
rub
that.
a leg, and
fine.
it's gonna be like a whole nother Negro down there. That's crazy.
hey, we're gonna be nice and cold, like she said.
That's
Wintertime.
nasty. Ugh.
Nice and cozy.
Okay, the other one. Would you rather be stuck
What's
in
the
a
deal,
box?
Darnell?
Oh, hey Darnell. Would you rather be stuck in a phone box with 10 snakes or 10 tarantulas? Oh my God. Ooh, jeez. Um,
Is you reading this stuff?
I'll take the 10 snakes. I'm not gonna
You
lie.
making this
I
up?
ain't gonna lie either. I think I probably just go ahead and
It's
take me to
easier to
glory.
tame a
I take
snake
the
than it is
tarantulas.
to tame a
Oh my
tarantula.
God.
I'm stepping on them things. Them snakes, I don't see how you gonna make it past them snakes.
Jesus.
I'll
I
take the
mean,
snakes because I want a pet snake for real anyway. So
oh god, see,
Mm.
high five.
Yeah,
yes.
I would have to do snakes. I can't do the tarantula situation. That just ain't gonna work.
It's
I'm sorry.
easier to
I'm
train
stepping on
snakes than it is
tarantulas.
Whew,
tarantulas.
that's hard. That's hard.
That's what she said.
Huh?
Right.
What? What she say? Question
It's hard.
mark?
You gonna get there with the snakes. But yeah.
Nah, and you say I'm wild. That's crazy to me.
I ain't say that. Look, I don't got to pause. That's them. I just said that's what she said. That's what they said. I ain't say that.
Nah, that's still kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie.
So,
What's good,
was she
Darnell?
reading those? You was reading those or making them up?
She's reading.
Oh, okay. You give us one. Make
Yeah,
up one.
everything. This is not for you. Would you rather whip or be whipped?
Oh
How many of
my.
those? How many of
Oh
those is there?
my. I'd
Of course,
rather
I'm
be
whipping.
whipped.
I would.
I want to be whipped.
If y'all don't understand BDSM, then I can't say nothing.
Not gonna say,
You
of course, I'm
listen,
whipping.
listen. I'm telling you, I was telling Altium about that before. I sent her the test. Listen, it's a whole different world out there.
Who knew
Not
what?
much, chilling. I think
Who
I I think Laugh could feel the love tonight. I'm not gonna lie.
What the? How did it get back to me again? The
you
freak?
give love tonight?
All right, I'm over here trying to sing and stuff.
Would
You
you
know what I'm
rather
saying?
find the wait, did we do this? No. Would you rather find the love of your life or find a million
Yeah, we
pounds?
did. In passion.
I mean, huh?
Wait,
Yeah, a
and what?
million pounds. Like what? I guess that's money, right? Because
I'd take the
pounds,
love
they
of
say
my life.
pounds
I
and
love of my life.
Yeah,
still.
definitely love my life.
Because the 100 pounds is way less than here in America. So it's like
No,
you probably would be finding like probably like $2.
it's £1,000,000. Yeah, the UK money, I guess. A million
Yeah,
pounds.
What is £1 million
UK money is
in US?
broke people money.
I don't think that's really it's really a lot.
No, it's probably like
It's
$100.
not investors being trying to figure out who the
That'd be
money.
bold.
Yeah.
That's my 100 pound woman.
Dang,
I'm
this
like, what?
this one I always get tripped up on, but oh, did you answer, Ebony?
What was the question?
Would you rather find the love of your life or find £1,000,000, $1,000,000, or not? It's probably not $1,000,000. I don't know what £1,000,000 is, but
Love of my life.
okay, yeah. So I think we always say that. Would you rather know how you die or when you die?
How I died.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, how? Yeah, how?
He said how? Yeah, how?
Yeah, that both of them scary
I
though,
know
but I'd rather know
both of them
how.
suck, honestly, but
That's
I
gonna be
mean,
scary too. You unalive with a knife. Now every time you see somebody with a knife, you look like that's gonna be scary. Is this the time?
I'd rather know when. That way I'm just gonna stay stuck in my room that whole day.
but then
It's all
again,
right. You gonna get it
but that's the
regardless.
thing though. You could,
Mm-mm.
it safe
So I'm glad you sat there and
nowhere.
starved yourself. Now take this.
So you could say
Right?
you could literally
Gonna
you
teach
could
you.
That one little bug
Right, Jen.
crawling.
When? Jen, when? I wanna know
I
Oh,
when.
y'all some winners, huh? Winners. I'm a hower.
I'm gonna be in a room
I'm
Oh,
full.
thank
I'm
you,
a
I'm I
Jojo.
padded
can't.
room.
That's probably how you gonna unalive is gonna start it.
You probably
You
going
gonna start it.
you
Look.
gonna hear your insides doing your inside thing, and then it's gonna drive you crazy. You gonna probably try to like throw yourself against all the walls, and then you gonna pass out, and then your heart gonna start to race.
You gonna hear your inside doing an inside thing. I'm done.
Right, I got me.
Yeah,
No.
you gonna hear your organs and everything.
Yep, throw BB in there. She done snuck up here. It's a wrap now. Now you part of the
Hey,
game.
BB.
Hey y'all, how
What's
y'all doing
what's up?
tonight?
We
Oh
okay?
yeah, I'm
How are
blessed. I'm
you?
blessed.
Hello,
I'm
hello.
I'm average. My back is hurting. I'm getting
Well, at
old,
least you could
y'all.
feel it hurting. You know.
I'm getting old. It's happening.
Hmm.
But I wanted to answer
We
the
all getting old.
question. I
Which
know
one? The topic or
the one that I
or
think it was Alter Ego was asking
oh
about $2 million of the love of your life.
yeah.
$2 million, please.
Ooh, she came in here thug mode. She said
I
F
said two
love.
million, Alex.
Yeah.
I
She was quick with
mean,
that answer. 2,000, please. Too much.
don't become a kingpin after you get that 2 million. You know what I'm saying?
May
Because a
may
lot of
may have
people
to.
do it.
Yeah, you get that much money, I might can buy me the love of my life.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
gonna make
Ooh,
they
Dang.
gonna act like
You
they
can
Buy
make her
like
love
the
of
you
the
the
love.
life.
love of your life.
ooh.
But then you know what I'm saying, you gotta come with the consequences that come with it, because people gonna see you and be like, yeah, I just want her for the money. I don't even really like her for real type. You know what I'm saying? So it's like kind of kind of a
Well, I thought I
direction
heard some pew pews
approach.
too. Somebody pew pewing around there. Um, was there everybody answered? I think. My mom hurt. I can't wait till tomorrow.
What was the second question, Alter?
What did I ask this last one?
What was
I
it?
hope you eat what you about to eat up there, Reg.
What do you mean about to eat? Huh?
Oh,
You
okay. I'm gonna
eating
ask this one
something?
for all y'all. Let's do this
What are
one.
you trying to say?
Would you rather be stuck on an island for eternity, all on your own, or with someone you hate? I'm gonna end up loving you if I have to stay on eternity. I'm just saying.
I was just about to say that. I don't think I could be able to do that on my own for eternity.
I would
Yeah, I'd
become,
rather be there with somebody I unalive so I can unalive them. I mean, that's it.
huh?
All right, like yeah.
What?
I meant to say
If
you. I feel like hate is a bad word. You can't say it on here, but I guess you can. But I'd rather be there
hey,
with
we gonna
somebody I
become
hate.
the best of friends if we spending, especially if I hate you, we gonna
No,
really
you
see
ain't.
eye to
One of y'all
eye.
gonna be out of there.
But then
I'd
it
rather
just
be
defeats the question then.
But
I'd
leave,
rather be by
well, you be
myself
back
though.
alone again though, ain't you?
So therefore, we gonna see eye to
But it
eye,
ain't gonna
fix
be
them
eternity though.
problems.
There ain't nobody said eternity behind that though.
Oh yeah, eternity. I
Good
ain't gonna
It's
lord.
lie.
like you gonna have entertainment, all right, Gene. As soon as you close your eyes, it's gonna be the last of your entertainment. I'd rather be
Hey,
alone in that
Y'all can
case.
spend the eternity trying to take each other out.
it's gonna be a. That's gonna,
They says
especially if we
eternity on
have
both of them.
cameras.
Yeah, say or
Oh my, I ain't know
or with
that.
someone you hate. Yeah,
I'd rather
forever.
be alone then. Forget all that.
Heck no. I mean, I'm hating myself. No, I'm good. No, I'm fine. But I see
You're
myself.
right. I'm good because I can't be sleeping with my one eye open. I'm good on that.
Oh, that's true too.
I'm good. I take
No,
myself out from
we don't do each
loneliness.
other at the end. I'm
I
sorry.
feel like if one day the like y'all on a cruise
I'm talking
and
to
then
God.
the cruise just automatically break, or it's like a plane that fell and then people fell from the plane and then like nobody really survived but you and that one person that you hate. I feel like that'll be like a actual crazy movie to watch. People going back and forth trying to defeat each other, but they both on the same type of level. That'll be funny.
Who else didn't answer?
Did y'all all answer?
Well, I'd rather be alone.
Fact.
Y'all gonna be listening to Rod Wave. If you ever feel like you're worthless, like
I'm
you
be listening to
worth.
Akon. Lonely.
I am so lonely. I have
I have no
nobody.
haters.
Oh my own.
That's
Oh,
tough.
why these questions? Oh, that's because I was in the dirty section. My bad, y'all. It's fine.
Whoa.
LMAO.
Know what she got? Let me leave her alone. I'm
Okay,
gonna leave you alone.
you
I'm
gotta
gonna
ask
leave you
this one.
alone today.
You gotta ask this one. Would you rather your partner be kinky or romantic? I like romance.
Oh
Kinda.
man.
Romantic.
I
But
would
romance
want
can
my
turn into kink, so I'm gonna go with romance.
Romantic.
again with the BDSM. You know what I'm saying? I can't. You know what I'm saying? But I would want my partner to be romantic for real,
Got
cause
13 minutes for y'all.
I'm
13
a kinky
minutes.
person. 13 minutes.
Uh,
Feelings.
I'm watching the
Oh,
time.
hurting my feelings. Did y'all answer that one?
Don't
Yeah,
sing that.
I'd
That's what.
rather be romantic. I would want my partner to be romantic and not kinky.
They're romantic. I feel it.
Yeah, I'm romantic.
We know you feel
Intellectually
it.
dominated.
Oh,
What's that? What she say? Please, honey.
Okay. So y'all both say romantic. Are y'all also romantic? Would
yes,
you rather
indeed.
ouch, sorry. Um, hold
What you
on.
do to her, Rage?
Uh, what? What?
Oh, okay, yeah.
What you trying to say, sir?
Ouch. Ouch. All right.
Okay, would you rather give up sex or food?
Food.
What the? I'm just thinking
Well, I
about
can't.
that.
If I give up food, I'm gonna die. So I gotta go
All
with
right. I'm
food.
about to say I'm giving well, I'm
We
doing
can
that for
be
3 years
like, you know
so
Nah.
what
far,
I'm
so
saying?
I'm good. I'm doing a
Nah.
good job. I got a head start.
You gonna
Look.
eat some bye, Ebony.
He got nutrients.
He
It's
got
fine.
the um,
Wow.
wow.
Last Supper, huh?
Well then,
Wait, okay, we gotta get one more. I gotta get one more. Wow. Said, wow. I can't do it. Okay. Which y'all go ahead, y'all. I don't know who else answered.
I don't remember the question because the thing
Give
after
up
that was
sex or give
crazy.
up food?
Mm, I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of tough. Cause I want my buffalo wings. I won't want nobody come around me eating
Facts,
buffalo wings.
Darnell.
I'll have to punch him in the
Right.
It's
chest
not that
for
hard.
doing
That
that.
joke really ain't that hard for
It's
real. Ain't
that.
no way.
Cause
But
I
if you
don't
pick
want
and
to give
choose
up
one,
food, but then at the same time too, I don't want to give up sex.
exactly. So
The thing is, okay, basically, so what you saying on this one is you want to be alive or not?
I
he
mean,
said he gonna do it till he die.
we could survive without food. All we need is water for real.
That's basically right. I'm going out. with a last stroke.
I would
Would
rather.
that be? He caught a stroke, right? That's
I would.
crazy.
Okay, so look, that's the thing though, because we could. So I would rather get full off of
It's gonna be
water.
less than 7 days if you burning your energy doing it.
I mean,
It's gonna be 7 hours. It's like that.
I could give up sex. I'm not gonna lie.
Perspective, Jay. Thanks.
I could give up food. Forget it. Anybody anybody who come around me with food, again, just gonna have to go to war with me.
They wait. You ain't gonna never see it.
Okay.
You gonna see a lot of booty though on your face.
The
Like,
beauty
man,
is
eat that.
I mean,
I'll give you something.
hold on now, hold on now, cause your mind just went to a different section, my guy.
Yeah, go give you
my
something to eat, all right.
ain't that
Ebony
on
gonna
my
give you
end.
something different.
Water only goes so far. You're not lying, Jay. Hi, Jay.
Wait a minute. What I get?
I don't know. I
I
really don't
said
know.
nothing, okay?
I would give up sex.
I'm giving up sex. I use
Factual.
my brain more
There
than
you
I
go.
use.
Good job, guys. You guys are going to
Preach.
live to the next level. Good job.
Facts.
Okay. Would you rather be funny but really stupid or boring but really smart?
Oh, I'm already
Born.
that smart, and I am kind of sort of a boring person, but I do know how to
Born.
have
Right.
fun.
I don't know. Funny go a long way though, but I'd rather have my
Oh
brain.
God, you can make her if you can make her
Well, it's
giggle.
gonna be
You can
irritating
Not
make
for
running to
real.
us.
you know what I'm saying. You
See
can
me
make
laughing.
the the
You
the
better.
cheeks clap and jiggle. You know what I'm saying. So it's like if you a boring person, you
What are
can't
you talking
really
about?
have no type of excitement. You feel
Hey,
me?
Jay, go ahead, put our two perspective tonight. God, fine. Boring and smart. What's funny with no brains? I mean, it's still funny though. What I was like,
He be like, dang, is I supposed to laugh right now?
boring, but really smart. Because you can be smart in finding ways to be funny. Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna go with boring and smart. Get your money up, not your funny up. Okay, Darnell,
He be
y'all in
so
the
funny. He
comments
got a
spitting
slime all on the
bars.
side of his
Okay,
face. Like,
y'all spitting bars in the comments. Okay, who next?
it's 5 + 3 is 7. I can't do it. I'm good on that. I gotta have a brain. If I
Somebody else should go
only had a
live.
brain.
Somebody else should go live
I know.
after live
I think we
What's
goes.
about to
wrong
go
with you?
inside.
Now I'm trying to leave somebody.
I
What?
swear.
Wait, you're leaving? You're leaving me?
Exactly. Let's cry about it. 'Cause I'm upset.
Wait a minute.
Maybe if we all cry, he'll stop going live and leaving. Maybe he'll just do 24 hours
Right.
and come and go.
I
Right. I
gave
need.
y'all a whole hour last night.
How you gonna tell us that
That's
that's enough?
crazy. Cause
How
hold
you
Y'all be
telling
on.
us that's
draining my
enough?
energy. I gave y'all extra hour. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Valentine.
listen,
I require more time, sir.
Period.
that's if you can afford that,
I can only give you what
sir.
I can give you, man.
That's crazy.
Hey, he said two
He
inches. Take it or
behind you.
leave
You
it.
have some more.
Right. I'm
Alter
not
was
feeling
supposed to get
loved at
off
all.
early yesterday, but we kept her on. I'm not gonna lie. It's because the vibes was fire. You feel me? So like,
Really
why
quick,
can't
I
you stay?
swear.
Why
Exact.
can't
Thank
you
you.
Even
stay,
darn
huh?
near like,
Thank
come
you,
on with
Ray.
the
That's what I'm talking
timer.
about.
Everybody. Oh man, I don't
Huh?
like
You
y'all,
expect
man.
no more,
I'm gonna
no
start
less.
going live quietly. Cause y'all
You
don't.
can't, cause I got your
Look,
Everybody.
notifications on.
I'm gonna
he
go
gonna
invisible
purposely not
live.
send us alive.
I got
You gotta
your
even everybody.
notifications on, so you can't do it. You can't. Anytime you go live, I'ma know you going live.
Tell you a story, okay? There was a time when it was like 2 in the morning, and I was just up, and I needed
Here
some.
she go. Here
I
she
needed
go.
I needed some intellect, right? And it was this guy named Laugh for Learning. He was up, with all this energy. I mean, he was up to like 5 or something in the morning. I'm like, dang, it's so cool. Like the
Tomorrow.
vibe is here, and I'm just like, and it's this other guy who act like him, and I always want to get up at 10 p.m. I'm like, dang, bro, where's the guy? He's
Tomorrow when the
up.
weekend come, he's gonna be that Kevin be back.
Dang.
dang, I'm gonna sign a petition. Get him back every day. I wanted to tell y'all my story. Didn't know if it was gonna help. Just want to let y'all know my
We
story.
gotta
She is
Wow,
funny,
that's
man.
insane,
we gotta
Oliver.
dress
I
him. We
can't.
gotta dress in black and kick
Yo,
him out of his home, and then step him to the basement wall
is
so
y'all
he
really
can't
trying to
leave.
help?
You know, people get a little, I don't know, and they start changing on you real quick. I don't understand that.
I don't understand why you
Change is
trying to
part of
leave.
life.
Like I expressed my deep feelings for you and everything on here, and you still
Now she
gonna
gonna use
leave.
that. Oh my gosh,
That's
she's
crazy.
funny.
That's crazy.
That's the manipulation games, man. I told you, man. Don't trust women. They manipulative.
Oh wow, now manipulative.
It's
Okay.
like 10 more minutes, y'all.
What?
Who else gonna go live then? Because
Jesus. Okay.
What
Oh
the?
my God, for murder. What? What? I'll go live. I'll go live. I'll go live. Okay. Wait, did y'all answer the last one? Did y'all answer it?
What the?
Did you guys answer the last question?
I think so.
Everybody?
I
Jay.
believe so.
What was the
I'm
question?
like, cause see, look, let me tell you what happened. Why I don't believe I should get this
Oh,
weekend.
that was the
What was
give
it?
up
Sex and
sex
food?
or in food. Yeah, that was the last one.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's gonna be about a couple people that's gonna at least end their life on a happy note. Maybe.
They most definitely gonna be empty for sure.
Maybe drained for real, right?
Song,
Happy and satisfied.
telling what
They just
you
can't eat
want.
no food.
Kev used to render folks.
Tell what you want.
Oh my, that's crazy.
Oh, you Sarah,
What you say, Ebony?
You say
what the?
you serenading folks in these TikTok streets. Mm.
Hmm. And do. That's why we're gonna get 10 more minutes.
Oh wow.
Can we get? Well, hold on. Let me get comfortable first. Let me get on my covers. Hold on. Tell us a story.
Once upon a time, it was this guy that laughed and learned. I was getting up in 3 minutes. There we go. It worked good. There we go. I'm glad. Did my job. That's all I had to do. Shoot, man, let's go.
I mean,
Let's go.
you still gonna be held. Court is tomorrow, so if you're not in court, you will be arrested for
Hmm.
leaving your people who wanted you to stay. You're gonna give people
Thank you,
abandonment
What is
city.
wrong with y'all
issues.
and leaving? Gosh. Me and Ebony the only people that know how
Man,
to stick around. God.
that sounds crazy,
Right.
man.
I don't
Dang,
get
Wow.
And
this.
Rage. I'm gonna
I
give it
could
to
have.
Rage too. Rage be hit. Rage be there. I don't know what's up with these people up in here.
That's crazy.
They some
That gotta be wild.
quitters.
Why do people do that? That is so crazy. Why they do that?
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
I
2 minutes
don't
was
want.
wild.
I just want to say goodbye before, he shut his live down in 2 minutes.
Never
Happy,
the
Oh,
happy
right
and
time to
goodbye.
say goodbye. Right.
Ooh,
Cause
don't let them
there's
go
no
so
time to say
easy,
goodbye.
BB. Make them work for it.
nah, I'm easy.
Y'all me for that. Easy like a song.
Yeah. See. Yeah. See.
Okay, fine.
Why stay
Please.
forever? We gonna die by ourselves.
That's how y'all feel. That's what y'all want to do. That's what y'all want to be like. A thing.
And when you want to be like, that's how you want.
We could play Would
You
You Rather on
sleepy? You sleepy,
another
Kev?
live.
You tired?
A little bit.
Okay, so that means not full enough. Okay. All right, you guys. Have a good night. Ebony.
Alrighty, sweeties. Y'all have a good
All
night.
right. All right.
Sleep tight.
See y'all mañana. If I
Yeah.
go live, don't just ignore it because it's gonna be long.
You said
Uh-uh.
you going live?
I'll be around on this app, just in case anybody wants to. But I'll
I'll
be
be
here.
Okay, love you, Ash. Be
there.
careful.
Love
Good night,
you.
Kev. Good
All
night,
Good
right.
night,
Rich.
I
Mr.
appreciate y'all.
Sir.
Yes, of course, absolutely. See you tomorrow.
All right.
And if you're not there, you're getting arrested.
Yes, get some rest.
And I will be up. That I get to be able to do it. Well, I might have to sleep early so I can stay up. But yeah.
Yes, there you go. Stay up and get some rest now. Stay up.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. Good
I
night.
All right.
salute,
Yeah.
my good sir.
I'm trying to watch you at the dog. Okay, there we go. All right. We are all right, y'all. Catch y'all. Let me see. Did I press?